Good evening and welcome to Anderson County Television's coverage of the 5-0 Mavericks versus the Elizabethton Cyclones, 1-3 currently this season. Let's talk a little bit about what we've got in the matchup tonight, guys. On my right, I have Dallas Cole, and on my left, I have Adam Coleman rejoining us this year. How you guys doing?
Good. Glad to be back.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Adam actually just stepped up with us right here at the very end, came in, didn't even know he was going to come, so I'm glad he's getting to rejoin us this year.
Absolutely. Appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, let's go live to the field for a little bit of national anthem from the Anderson County High School Maverick Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, remove your caps for our national anthem.
And welcome back. Hey, so Adam, let's talk about our season so far with the Mavericks, and they're 5-0 this year. What do you think about them so far?
Anderson County have answered a lot of the questions that they had coming back in from last year. They had a lot of talent last year, but they were bit by the injury bug, and it sort of derailed a lot of their hopes and dreams last year. As of right now, they got a few bumps and bruises. This time of year, you're going to have that. But for the most part, they're pretty healthy right now. I think we may even see a Gavin No sighting maybe tonight. Been hearing some things there, but I'm not going to speculate on that. If we see 25 tonight, that's great. And if not, we just wish him to continue to get healthy.
Yeah, I hope we do see him tonight. We've missed him the last couple games, but I think it's hard to talk about the Mavericks and not talk about Walker Martinez.
Absolutely.
I was looking at his stats up today, almost a 74% completage average on his passing this year. I mean, that is truly impressive.
Very accurate quarterback. It brings another dimension to high school football when you've got a very accurate quarterback. I would probably say he's got maybe 17, 18 touchdowns on the year. I think that's what I had seen earlier. Not really sure what his QB rating is, but I'd say it's up there.
Yeah, I looked at his QB rating earlier, and it is, let's see here, I had it pulled up. I believe it's 136.5. That's very impressive.
That's winning football right there.
So we've got the Mavericks getting ready to come on the field here, an entrance that's absolutely unrivaled in anything I've ever seen here in Tennessee. East Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, so we're super excited to see them come out. I can't wait for a couple more weeks when it's dark, when the Mavericks come out right there. We got some fireworks coming up, so I'm excited to see that Halloween entrance that year that went viral. I think it was over 5 million views there. It was insane.
What is it, Marty Smith and McGee.
Yeah.
I mean, they were really all over that entrance.
Yeah.
That was a good night. That was actually a good night to be in the stands and actually witness that.
Yeah. Oh, here they come. Here come the Mavericks. Now, a lot of the teams, what I've noticed over the last couple years, the visiting teams, they don't even come out. They're actually a little bit late usually. They don't want to see this. They don't want their team to see it. maybe a little intimidation there, I think, going on. It's a huge factor in the game. Great angles from our crew down at the field
Absolutely.
tonight.
Got those youngsters, feeding into that program. Getting those young guys, maybe some NAGAF kids and Lake City kids there.
Norris, too, I saw. I think I saw the centers.
Middle
They had
school.
8th grade night last night here at Maverick Field.
Yeah, they have some bright future players in that program coming up.
Yeah, it's always great to see the little ones out there with it. And I know CRCS has the Read Option program where they have those students come out too. That'll be a little bit later this year. That's a great program. So Mavericks visit them every single Friday. Let's talk a little bit about the Cyclones now and their season so far. They started out very rough. They've traditionally been very, very good in the past. I think last year they only lost to Greenville in the regular season, ended up losing to a team in the playoffs deep. So traditionally a very, very strong team. However, this year they have lost their first, they've lost their first 3 games and then had a big win versus Granger County last week where they shut them out 47-0. So maybe they're coming back a little bit. Maybe they figured it out. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see this week. What do you think about that, Dallas?
Yeah, I think last year they got second runner-up, in the state. So, I mean, like you said, a lot of their talent has graduated and move on. So we'll see how they come out after their big win last week. What was it, 47-0?
47-0 against Granger County.
Yeah.
So they put some offense on the board that night. They had been, I think before that night, they'd only scored 7 points. So maybe they just got it figured out last week. Sometimes it takes a couple games to get it figured out, get your offense figured out. The Mavericks, on the other hand, they've had no problem with offense this year. No. I was looking at the point totals earlier, and it's 207 points to their opponent's 72 points, which is absolutely impressive, especially early in this year. And a lot of that's happened through the air with Martinez.
Yep.
To Miller or to Val, between the two of them, they have 13 touchdowns. I expect to see a few more this evening.
Very, very well possibly could. To elaborate on what Dallas said about Elizabethton, they have lost a lot. Mm-hmm. And last week, we call them frustration games, where you let a lot of frustration come out. And it seems like they did. And knowing the program that Coach Witten has up there, and he's going to have his kids ready to play tonight. I mean, it's not going to be just a show up and walk all over type team for Anderson County. They're going to have to be ready to play tonight.
Yeah, they always have a great plan ahead of them. A little bit of a low end this season at the beginning, but maybe they're picking it up. Now, I heard a name that's familiar to us here in Tennessee, Witten. Is that the brother of Jason Witten I think we were talking about earlier?
That is the brother of Sean Witten, who is the coach at Elizabethton. Sean, a lot of people may not know, played wide receiver at Virginia Tech. And, of course, everybody around here, Vols fans, they know Jason Witten is one of probably the best tight end that's ever walked through Tennessee. And then his great career, probably a Hall of Famer if he's, if he's not already. That's definitely coming. And I know Jason does a lot back for that community as well.
Yeah, Dallas, you're a Dallas Cowboys fans, right? So you got the witness. Sadly, yeah. They've struggled a little bit. Hopefully that money that the big boss man has over there will do some good for him here coming up. It hasn't done much here in the last. I got the opportunity to visit Dallas's stadium this year, and it is a first-class facility. I've never seen anything like that. Even got to go in the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders locker room, which unfortunately there weren't any cheerleaders in there at the point in time. But here come the Cyclones. Coming out right now. Well, one of them just fell down.
Somebody told him he's on TV and
he must
took
have
care of him.
Got a little nervous there about the ball game tonight. But first-class facility all the way. I was really impressed with what I saw there. The lounges for folks were absolutely incredible. They look like 5-star hotels for the fans there. And it was a really, really nice facility to see how they can open the ceiling or the roof to the place and open the sides. And everything that they had to do in there to even transforming the turf to actual grass when they play soccer. So they bring real grass into the place. It's very, very fascinating. Yeah. They showed where all the different playing surfaces were stored, and it was really fascinating to see how they moved those around with the different forklifts that they had, and then how they can actually drive tractor-trailer trucks under the field or around the field. They have almost what looks like an interstate down there around the field. So
I can only imagine with Jerry's money.
yeah, Jerry has a lot of money. Big Boss Man has a lot of money. So let's talk a little bit about, too, how the Mavericks are doing in their region, too, in the 4A division. The AC Mavericks are in first place in the region with 2 victories so far. Everybody else with either only 1 victory or 2 losses. The Cyclones are currently 3rd in the region, and the only win that they've gotten was against Granger County, and they're 4th in their region, and that's Region 1, 4A. So what do we see right there, Adam?
It looks like maybe, best I can tell, it looks like Elizabethton has won the toss, and looks like they're going to elect to receive, best I can tell. You know, to answer her question earlier, it looks like Mr. Gavin Noel there is dressed tonight, and he's jumping around, Mr. Excitement. He looks like he's ready to roll, so we'll see what his game plan actually is. I'm not really sure what Coach Gillum and his staff will do. I mean, it may be just, hey, you got 20 plays and this is it. We're cutting you off, getting you ready to make this late run in the season towards the playoffs. And then they may just say, hey, you're ready to go. Let's play.
Yeah, knowing Gavin, he'll want to play every down, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like so Anderson County is going to kick off here. Don't blame Coach Witten at all. You're on the road. Take the ball.
Yeah, they may feel like they have a little bit of momentum going into this game. May want to continue that momentum early and maybe, just keep a positive momentum in their area there. It looks like 1 minute and 14 seconds before the beginning of the game if they don't set the clock there.
Yeah, it's the longest minute.
Everybody's out there waiting.
Yeah.
So, Adam, did you play in high school?
Yes, sir, I did. I played at Anderson County. I played 2 years at Anderson County and for Coach Kerr. 2001, I was part of the Maverick Miracle where we came back and beat Fulton with like 3 minutes to go, down 20-something points. That was literally like a video game. And then we had our dreams crushed at Gatlinburg-Pittman in the second round my senior year.
Yeah, those playoff losses, they sting forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you remember
absolutely. It was a mud bowl. A mud bowl.
What would you think about playing on the turf that they have now, the surface?
I'm more of a real grass guy. I'm not a big fan of turf.
I'm with Dallas. I'm a real grass guy. It's nice. I will say that
agree,
it is very nice, but I'm a real grass guy.
Mm-hmm.
I see all these guys taped up with this turf tape and all that, and I'm sure it looks cool, but as a player, I don't know if I could get used to something like that.
Yeah, I will say this. It's not too hot tonight with about 74 degrees here at kickoff. However, when it is hot out there, it's about 10 degrees hotter on that turf than it is normal grass.
It is. It's a beautiful night. Just not here at Anderson County, but all over the state of Tennessee. It has been an absolute beautiful day, early fall day, as you could say, I guess.
So it looks like Tyler Radcliffe is getting ready to kick off here. I believe he had a 4-star rating currently, working on his 5-star.
Yes, he has really came on lately. He's actually put a few of them in the end zone. Well, right there we go. He had a couple against Ray County that the officials missed. I know 2 of them.
There's Ella.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got a GoPro. Can't wait to see that. Looked a little bumpy there. Maybe they'll get that figured out.
So the Mavericks are going to start out on defense. That's be really interesting to see what long time defensive coordinator Coach Tony Lambert will come out and do with whatever offense that Elizabethton decides to come out with tonight.
Take us through the starting lineup of the Mavericks on defense.
Looks like on the Mavericks, it looks like for the corners, number 1 will be Tate Russell. Number 2 will be Waylon LaRue. He's a young kid, just a 10th grader, so he's got some years coming up. We got number 4, at least looks like Israel Small. He's another sophomore. He's made a couple of big plays. Of course, we got Dalen Cole. He'll be one of the free safeties. He's number 10. Number 6 looks like Cole Phillips is starting in right there.
Big tackle.
Big tackle right there.
Maybe for a loss.
Looks like number 75, Grayson Bradshaw. Number 18, Nick Moo. You're going to hear that name a lot tonight. And number 16 looks like you're going Andrew Meyer. He's that outside linebacker, defensive end, rush type guy on passing situations. They play him in a lot of different roles. You're going to hear the name Eli Davis a lot tonight. Number 34, big linebacker. A lot of these games, though, they're won right here on the trenches. And Elizabethton don't have no small boys up front, that's for sure.
It's about 2nd and 11. See what the call is.
Looks like you got big number 52 maybe there. Looks like Eli Nelson, big 11th grader. They got him listed at 6'3", 300 pounds. Big nose guard. That's going to take up a blocker or two, so that's going to
be 2nd and 16 from what looks like the, let's see, about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, Elizabethton, they got some big old boys up there.
That's what I was about to say.
Big old boys. I like it. I like to see that.
And that's what I was saying for the against the Ray County game. I said both sides, both linemen, they don't ever get no respect. And both teams had really good linemen play that night.
Looks like maybe Elizabethton might have a little bus lag. Got another, no, this is on Anderson County.
Offsides on the Mavericks, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Take 5 and give 5.
So we'll be back at 2nd and 11 here for the Mavericks.
Coach Witten runs a very unique offense. You'll see him in this spread 4-wide look sometimes. Sometimes you'll see him with double tight ends.
Good coverage by the Mavericks.
Nice. That's a nice throw for a high school quarterback too. To be successful as a high school quarterback, you have to be able to hit those out routes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of run, but like you said, I think if you have a dual threat, he can give the ball up. I mean, pretty much anybody can give the ball up. But if you can really throw one midfield really deep, because you're going to be pretty unstoppable.
If you and that's it, Dallas. If you can find that that quarterback that can hit those out routes and that play in the middle of the field, it changes a whole lot of things. Nice defense there, almost picked off. Looked like my number 1, Tate Russell. He's flipped the switch on right off the bat. He's ready to go tonight.
And it looks like Elizabethton's punt team is coming out on their way to the Anderson County Mavericks with 10 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter.
So one of the things as we step in here to offense, I want to make sure I talk about Jermaine Allen is wearing the number 4 tonight for his brother who was injured there on the right-hand side of our screen on the bottom.
I got you.
So I spoke to Gary Terry earlier today, and he said his family in Miami be watching, so we want to definitely say a big hello from Anderson County Television here in Clinton to the Allen family in Miami.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, I think that his brother broke his arm a couple weeks ago in game.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's a pretty nice little show of brotherhood, I guess.
I love that. Yeah, it's a great thing. So here we are, Mavericks on offense. Again, Walker Martinez this year so far, 1,226 yards. That's over 12 times up and down the football field there. So big, big, big thing.
There's that little out route again, wide open. Looks like number 5 on the catch there. What is that, Braden Miller?
Braden Miller.
He's a senior this year. He's had a great year, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Braden appears to be Martinez's favorite target with 7 touchdowns so far this year. I think we're going to see some more of those. But watch out for Val on the other side there. He also has 6. He has 6 touchdowns so far this year from the air in Martinez. And the play is called dead. Let's see what's going to go on here.
False start.
On the offense. Back him up 5 yards here. Unfortunate for the Mavericks.
And from what we've seen this year, I think Braden Miller, he was a big contributor to that Ray County win.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say, he's open over the middle about every time.
Absolutely.
He's a good little midfield route runner.
He
So,
is. He's sneaky fast. Like
Yeah.
if you play cover 2 against him, he can really split those safeties.
That's one of the things the Mavericks has going for them too, is they can go in the air and they can go on the ground with Moog. An incomplete pass.
Yeah. Not sure about they may have had the wrong line call on or something there. I like the effort from Martinez there, but I'd like to see him check that down to Moog right there. That's a wide open.
Yeah.
Even if it's 3 yards, it's positive yards. You don't have to always go get that 30, 45-yard gain all the time. Looks like Elizabethton is playing a inverted 3-4 / hybrid nickel defense right now against the Mavericks. I'm really surprised that Anderson County has just not let their offensive line try to establish dominance and get Nick Moog going.
Looks like give 5, take 5 again there. Looks like about 4 yards to go for the first down here for the Mavericks. Might go to Moog in the backfield here to get those yards. He's always good with picking it up. He's had over 600 yards of offense on the ground so far this year.
Last year,
He goes straight down the middle, and I believe he had the first down depending on the spot.
They lost Nick last year, or year before last, to a knee injury. And last year, he was coming back, and it's hard to come back from knee injuries, but a healthy Nick Moog has really added another dimension to this offense. And then, when you get Gavin back,
Goodness,
you
here's
have
some more.
You have to believe that Coach Gillum and his offensive staff are going to try to put plays in where both of those young men are at the same time.
Yeah, dual threat there, or triple threat, I guess. Martinez on the ground, Moog in the back, and then your receiver combos there. Really doesn't give you much of an option what not to cover for your defense. There the Mavericks are for a gain of about 3 yards on the ground. What do you see so far from the defense, Dallas, of the Cyclones?
I mean, really nothing much as of right now since, they've gave 5, took 5, and, they have stopped them on a couple pass plays, but like Adam said, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, like Adam said, if you can just get the pass going, it can be open, wide open across the middle.
Oh, goodness, and here go the Mavericks in for a Maverick touchdown.
That is nice.
The Tate Russell for the touchdown there.
Little play action from Martinez there, and they split those that cover 2 look, and has a nice catch.
I guess what you were trying to say, Dallas, is you haven't seen much defense from the Cyclones.
Yeah,
yet.
no, I was going to say, though, I figured out, like Adam said, Elizabethton's running 3 on the defensive line. If I was a coach and saw that, I would just play run ball up the middle every time. There's going to be an open hole.
Here we go, senior Chris Nelson for the kick. He's made 20 so far this year, point afters.
Make it 21.
And there's 21. So the Mavericks lead the Elizabethton High School Cyclones 7-0 here with about half of the first quarter remaining.
Anderson County may have the best problem in high school. They have 3 kickers on their roster. That's pretty cool. Usually most high schools are lucky if they have one.
Yeah.
And it's, hey, let's go see if we can't find the soccer kid that, wants to kick.
Being University of Tennessee graduate myself, I guess it's part of the mantra there to learn General Nealon's his maxims for the game, and one of those is kicker, protect your kickers.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important, and the fact that we've got 3 really good kickers there on the Mavericks is a huge benefit to us. Looks like a Hawaiian night over at the Mavericks field tonight. I saw some very interesting
absolutely.
But I love the student section in the Maverick land over there. They always are there in full force for the games. And to be a student at Anderson County High School, I was not myself, neither was Dallas. but to play with that kind of support would be huge. Tell us a little bit about how that was for you when you were in there, Adam.
We when I was there, they actually had the horns, and I mean they were there literally 45 minutes before we would go out to start warm-ups, and you could hear them blowing them like in the locker room as you were getting ready. I mean, Anderson County fans and even the student section, it doesn't matter where they go, who they play, they travel and they show up.
Another great kick from Radcliffe there to the 1-yard line. Elizabethton with the return.
Nice tackle by, looks like number 7 may have helped, and looks like maybe 34, Eli Davis.
And Nate Stevens on the return for the Cyclones. I believe I remember seeing a little bit about his returns. Yeah, he averages about 12 yards per return, a little bit above average this time with about 20 yards on that return there. So he's definitely one of the players you got to watch out for. Let's run through. Let's see. Do we have a starting lineup for the Elizabethton Cyclones on offense?
On offense,
quick pass to number 21. Mavericks get them down pretty quick there.
Number 21 will be Nate Stevens. Looks like number 18 is the quarterback. He will be, well, according to their roster, number 18 is Dalton Mitchell. They've got him listed as a wide receiver, so maybe
he's a dual guy.
Maybe he is. Maybe Coach Witten has changed his offense up, and last week it worked, and he's rolling with it again this week.
Oh, big hit by the Mavericks.
Yeah, number 5 right there, Cade Russell. He got stood up by Mr. Energy there.
There's Gavin. He's ready. He's back. He looks like he's 100% tonight. He's excited to be playing. You can definitely tell by the look on his face there from our angle down there on the field. Looks like 3rd and about 4.
Looks like Coach Lambert. He's going with what a base nickel defense right here. Watch the ball. It's going to be one of those. We'll take 5 back.
Looked like they were getting ready to rush the quarterback there.
Oh yeah.
Especially if in fact number 18, their quarterback is a wide receiver. Maybe he's not used to being in that position. That hurry up may affect him a little bit, but that will be a first down for the Cyclones.
Kind of feel bad for this ref, man, until he's called.
Yeah, that's about the truth.
He's having to bend over a lot to get that yellow napkin ahead.
Yeah.
Rolling up in man.
Oh, throws it deep.
It's nice defense.
There's
like
a
it's
little
going to be a
laundry
pass
on the
interference there, potentially.
Yeah, he must have had. He held him a little bit, I think, there. But once again, it's one of those questionable calls. Was the ball actually catchable? Could it been?
I mean, anything's catchable if you think about it, unless it's out of bounds.
Not if you're not standing there, Dallas.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a little back and forth from the referees, but again, I think that's going to be another first down for the Cyclones.
Is it 15 yards in high school or is it spot of the foul?
It's 15.
See, that's what I thought.
I think years ago it used to be spot of the foul. Looks like Anderson County might bring some heat right here.
Just by those stances of those defensive linemen, it looks like they might pursue there.
Looks like man across the board. I'm sure Coach Lambert's got some combo coverages coming in on the back end of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, lucky that was not intercepted. Good play right there by, is that number 10? Yeah, number 10 there. Dalen.
Yeah, it looked like about triple coverage on that receiver, too. Not a smart decision on the Cyclones quarterback, number 18.
And that's why he might be listed as wide receiver.
He might be. He might be.
A lot of switching up front for the Anderson County defensive line. Nice,
big hit.
Wow, yeah.
Nice drive on the ball by Tate.
I think it is Tate.
Is it Tate? It's hard to tell with these numbers. So they turn.
Yeah.
Or is that number 5? Is that Braden?
Nah, I think he's too.
It's number 5. Braden Miller with a nice stick.
Looks like 3rd and 5 for the Cyclones. There's the county needs to do a little something on defense now. They had a little bit of momentum. I feel a stop coming on, guys.
Nice little speed
Oh,
option
little pitch.
game. Nice play. Oh, nice play by Nick Moog over there, number 18. That's a nice offensive call, too, by Coach Witten.
Adam, in this call right here, we're sitting at 4th and 3. What would your call be? Looks like they are going to punt here on the 50. It's always a hard decision.
Right. It is a hard decision. A lot of it, how much faith do you have in your defense? If you don't give up the easy touchdown on the last drive, you probably are seriously thinking about going for this. And that's a nice punt. I mean, you've got them backed up, so they're going to have to go 82 to.
Yeah, fair catch there on the 17-yard line.
Anderson County looking ready to roll again.
Being this far back on the football field, probably going to go to the air a little bit early. We'll see if that Martinez-Val combination comes in this time. We haven't seen that. We've seen it to Russell so far. We've also seen it to Braden, I think, too. So, oh, man.
Nice route, tough throw, hit him in the hands. Got to catch it. Got to catch that ball.
We got a 2nd and 10 situation here with no yardage on first down. Looking to the sidelines for some plays there. Coach Gillum over there.
I'm liking how Anderson County is coming out and it's like gunslinging off and just throw the ball, not even really run it.
Nice block up front.
Speaking of, they run the ball, but I'm more of a pass guy anyways. Like
Yeah.
I love when they throw the football.
That's one thing about Coach Gillum. I mean, they sling it around the yard. That's for sure. Number 3 right there, Zeke West. He played some last year. Sort of got lost in the shuffle a little bit, and I think he's a basketball guy as well. So he's another potential weapon for Anderson County.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and 9 for the Mavericks. This is not a typical offensive sequence that we've had tonight for them, but obviously it looks like they're going to punt the ball.
You know, Coach Witten's punt paid off.
Yeah, I mean it was really a 4 up, 4 down situation.
Absolutely.
It's always hard to do a 4 and out there, guys.
And you're going to get, the ball back in decent field position.
And you didn't lose much clock time either.
And for a offense that has been struggling, as Elizabethton has, you know, the shorter the field, the better.
Don't think it was much more of a return, maybe 1 yard there for the Cyclones. Great kick by Tyler Radcliffe. I think it's important to kill that momentum, guys, that the Cyclones have here. A 4 and out's always detrimental to your team. Cyclones here appear, even though they didn't have much success last time, the momentum has shifted a little bit to them with the lack of success on the Mavericks on that offensive drive.
Looks like number 2, Waylon LaRue, has checked into the ball game corner up at the top. Another young man that can play. Missed tackle.
More than a first down there.
And Elizabethton
Down
looking
to the 15-yard line. Oh, sorry, excuse me. 16. Oh, sorry. Where are we at here?
looks like we're on about
I'm
the.
sorry, the the ball keeps moving.
I know. It's
We'll see what it goes to here. I didn't get quite as far as I thought they did there, but it looks like it's about on the 27-yard line.
so it looks like maybe Anderson County has went to this maybe like a 3-3-5 look, trying to get some more speed on the field. Be interesting right here if Coach Lambert don't have a blitz right here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good stop.
big stop right there. Looks like big number 52 on the tackle right there, getting down the line. Not really sure who that is. Number 52, Eli Nelson, way to get down the line, fight the block off. I tell you what, Anderson County's got some big old boys up front too, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think don't most of their linemen offense play defense as well.
They do. They do a lot of.
Number 12 with a pass deep in the end zone here.
They do
Incomplete.
play both ways. Most of their guys do. Looks like number 12, Gib Maupin, is a junior. He is in a quarterback for Elizabethton now. I'll say right now, this is 2-down territory. 3rd and 10. You're just looking to maybe, if you get 5 to 6 yards and get it into 4th and short. I just can't see Coach Witten punting this ball right back to AC with this field position. Like I said, he's going to be right at 4th and 1, maybe 4th and 2, depending on the spot there. Definitely two down territory. He's going for it. I thought he got a little bit farther. It was a bad spot.
Looks like about 3 yards to
Yeah.
go to get that first down.
I'll tell you what, Elizabethton does a great job running that speed option. Oh, did he get him?
Don't see any flags
No,
just
he got
yet.
back.
Looks like they're coming for the quarterback.
Oh, he's going to throw the vertical. Oh, nice
Oh.
catch by the young man, number 15. For Elizabethton, that would be Luke Whaley, a junior.
Yeah, that was a real big catch.
Yeah.
Also
even
a
with
flag thrown there too,
the,
guys.
it's gonna be PI more than likely.
Yeah, unless the wide receiver pushed off, which I don't see that happening there.
That was just a
As
good
a-
caught ball.
Yep, he put the ball right where it needed to be. Which I tell you what, last year when Elizabethton played Anderson County in the playoffs, the Rollins kid, he beat AC's defense 2 or 3 times with just those beautiful fade jump balls to the
'Cause
corner.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was a coach, I wouldn't have thrown that.
No, there's no way.
I'd have definitely would have ran to the outside or even throw a little short pass, maybe 1-2 yards up across the middle.
That's a nice call.
Yeah.
So 6
Very
points
well
for the
executed.
Cyclones here. See if they can make it 7 on the point after attempt. It's up and it is good. So, guys, Adam, Dallas, this looks like a little bit different Elizabethton team than we thought that we would see tonight.
I think, like I said before kickoff, Elizabethton's going to come to play. Coach Witten's going to have his young men to play, and Anderson County, they came out fired up and they hit the big play to go up 7-0, and it's funny how things change. Momentum changes sometimes,
Yeah,
and it has changed.
they definitely look like they were prepared for this evening here, with all tied up with almost 4 minutes left in the first quarter so far here.
Because I'm not gonna lie, they looked very slow to begin the game. With really both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen the offensive powerhouse that Anderson County's had the last 5 games this season, with Martinez, of course, at the helm of that offense. So we'll see if Anderson County can pick it back up here and return that 7 points.
I started to say, guys, they're going to have to move it up here for the penalty.
So applying that pass interference call to the kickoff, probably going to be a touchback.
They move it that far up on a PI.
15 yards.
That's true.
Yeah, 15 yards from the 40 there.
Or unless it was a personal foul, maybe he face masked him or something.
Oh, because I don't
Because
think,
they
I would
would've-
say it would be on the 50.
Well, they would have declined the penalty, and the touchdown would have stood, and that'd been the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
There must have been something else there, maybe a personal foul or something. Maybe we didn't see.
Kick into the end zone for a touchback.
So Anderson County's going to have to go 80 again to put points on the board. Just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, you can see that the
Yeah, and
momentum has changed.
and with Anderson County's offense, I mean, they have the ability to get the ball up in really a few quick plays if they can find the wide open man. And it looks like it's going to be a run to the outside.
And off the Moog, it looks
Moog.
like, and Didn't look like he got any yards there.
No, number 44, Elizabethton's linebacker right there, Ben Adams.
Good stop by him.
Yeah, he got downhill quick. He read that. He read his keys as the ball was snapped, and he got downhill quick, made a nice tackle there. Anderson County is, like I said, they're looking for these 3 minutes to get out of here so they can regroup.
It's going to be second down, and they're going to hand the
Nice little bubble
fake.
bubble play.
And Elizabethton comes up on it, maybe gained a yard.
Braden Miller there on the catch.
They even had me faked out.
I look for Anderson County to come back to that later. They'll fake that bubble and they'll hit Val on that vert. It's Val's not been sort of implemented into the offense tonight yet at all, and I'm sort of surprised that they've not tried to move him around, trying to get him free, because just about everybody that he plays is bracket coverage. You can see right there they've got literally 2 corners on him right now.
It's like 3rd and 8 for the Mavericks.
And Walker's on the
Martinez
move.
scrambles a little bit.
And
And about 4 yards.
yeah, it's supposed to be about 4th and 4.
Anderson County's going to punt this ball back to Elizabethton.
That's 2 4-and-outs, boys. That's unusual for the Mavericks tonight.
It is. Elizabethton's doing a great job, though. They really are. They're doing a great job. They've changed the momentum, so to speak. It's a little bit of a high snap, nice punt.
Great punt. They're caught.
We got another flag on the field that I see, or is that a ribbon? Yep, there's a hanky.
See what the call is for it.
Elizabethton, I bet too many men on the field, maybe. No, holding.
I'm not sure that the referees know just yet.
That's what kills me sometimes, because you see these refs, they make the call. We'll make the call. You don't. If you got to get in a huddle like that, then pick the flag up. You're delaying the game.
Great shots by our camera work down on the
Absolutely.
field today, showing that confusion of the referees.
I mean, this guy over here that's talking to him right now is just telling him, he goes, well, I think I saw this. And this guy says, are you sure? And now they're going to discuss it
I
some
don't
more.
understand why they question it. I mean, if you're going, like you said, if you're going
Exactly.
to throw it, make the play. It takes 5 seconds.
Right.
Tell them what it is.
It is illegal. Yep, it is. It is too many men on the field for Elizabethton.
Did they not get one off in time, or did they just have an error there? 12 fellas on there.
I'm not really sure. If I'm not mistaken, should be an automatic first down. Or wait, no, he called it on. No, yeah, I start saying that should be a Anderson County's ball again. First down.
Oh goodness, what a break for the Mavericks there. Gonna go back to them on offense, it looks like. Now, I do know that there is a referee shortage here this year with the TSSAA. It's been difficult for them to find folks to do games, even some teams moving games to Thursday nights, with a potential mandatory Thursday night game for every team. I think I've heard and read over the last few weeks. So that could change the way high school football feels at least 1 week a year.
It could. It very well could. And it's not an easy job. It's really not. Ooh, got stood up again. Anderson County's offensive line is just sort of standing around right now. They're not firing off, not getting their blocks. And Elizabethton right now, they're believing.
Yeah, Moog has not had any success, the success we've seen him have all season. So they've definitely studied some film. They may have seen something in there that he's done over the season to be able to stop him like that, because this is not a typical offensive drive from the Mavericks. See Moog get stopped that much.
It looks like you might. Well, there's somebody going to call time.
Got a timeout there. Sure. So here we go. Let's go over what would actually be happening in this. Kind of take us through what your experience has been on the field during a situation like this.
Well, you can see right down here, it looks like Coach Gilman's brother Russ. They're chewing the offensive lineman a little bit right over here right now, and deservingly so. They're not firing off the ball. They, like I said, they went out down there in that first 2 possessions and just done what they wanted to, and they've sort of just put it on cruise control and thought they've had this. And like I said earlier, those Elizabethton kids are going to come to play.
Absolutely. Looks like they figured out something in their first that they didn't have their first 3 games here in the 5th game for them, and they figured it out definitely against Granger County. Since we're on screen now, Dallas, I just want to compliment you on your choice of attire tonight, going for the pink. I wore my pink just because I knew you had pink tonight too. So I got to get Adam a shirt. If he shows up more than 20 minutes before the broadcast, I'll get him a shirt. So
yes, sir.
Need some more colors.
Hey, I'll do my best for you, Dallas.
Nice
Martinez throw there.
I'm not sure somebody run the wrong route, or maybe the receiver just checked it down. He realized that he was in double coverage, and instead of taking the DBs into the play for a potential interception, he just shut it down.
And we got a 3rd and 11 situation here for the Mavericks. Not ideal.
Eventually, you've got to somehow, some way, get Bryson Val involved in this ball game offensively.
Martinez back to pass looking.
Oh,
There
missed
we go.
tackle. As a coach, as a defensive guy, I'm telling you, that kills you. That absolutely kills you. You make the stop, you know you're getting the ball back, and you miss a tackle, and what should have been a 4-yard gain turns into a 9-10-yard gain for a first down.
Looks like that 12 men on the field call's making a difference for the Mavericks now.
Surprised Anderson County, looks like they've sort of slowed it down a little bit. There's big Gavin Noe.
Yeah.
There's Gavin Noe.
Gavin Noe for an 11-yard run there.
Maybe fumbled. Maybe
Oh,
fumbled
no.
the ball right here. I don't know. They're saying yes. They're saying no. This guy's saying he don't know. No, we got a flag.
on the play too
Another
here.
one,
So
yeah.
looks like another referee conference up there in the upper part of our screen.
They'll take their timeout. A little huddle size.
Last night, ACTV covered the Clinton Dragons versus the Oak Ridge Wildcats volleyball game. And in that game, it was very intense, and it came down to a couple calls at the end that were questionable. So referees definitely make a difference. Looks like an unsportsmanlike. Is that an unsportsmanlike?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a face mask or something.
On the Cyclones. So little yardage there in addition to what Gavin gave us. Looks like Cyclones are one of the best players we've got right now for that.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you something. For an offense that has sort of, put it down in first gear since those first 2 drives, Anderson County needed these breaks to get some momentum going back again.
I'm just looking for the air again. I think that one of those receivers, they're going to open up there for us.
You got one-on-one coverage right now with Val up at the top, and they're just going to let Nick move. They're going to keep pounding this ball, and that's okay. You need to establish dominance. But as you can see, Elizabethton, those kids they're here to play tonight. I mean, they really are. They're fired up, and they're believing.
They definitely scouted Nick Moog really well tonight. They've shut him down, which is unusual, but it looks like it's about, let's see.
2 and
Looks
6.
like that.
Yeah. 2-6, 2-7.
2nd and 6 or 7 there. Can't quite tell. I saw that guy with the marker moving around a little bit when the ball didn't move, which was a little odd. I don't usually see that.
And that's one of the facets of the game that a lot of people don't understand. Man, I tell you what, those chain gang guys, they can make you or break you.
Yep.
If they ain't got that link pulled
Martinez thinking about the
all
throw.
day long, nice pass block, nice pass block.
Oh,
nice,
there he is, wide open.
Smart move by Martinez.
Good job.
Smart move.
Always dangerous to go out on that away sideline, though.
It is, because you don't know because the rule is if you come over there as opposing player, ain't nobody stopping you. You might get hit. But good pass blocking up front by the ACL offensive line there, and really a great job by Martinez not forcing something there as well. I think the few interceptions that he has thrown this year, it's not been bad balls. It's just trying to force things, trying to make things happen.
Right. Looks like Gary's a little bit excited there on the sideline.
I'm telling you, he's been doing it for years.
There's nobody who loves more about Maverick football than Gary Terry. So And we just want to thank him, as he's always very welcoming to Anderson County Television. Always takes care of us really good. I always enjoy my conversations with him before the game. So we want to thank Gary and the whole admin staff at Anderson County High School. So this first quarter is a little bit different than what we thought we would see tonight. I'm just taken back by it a little bit. What do you think, Dallas?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I mean, with Elizabethton's record, I mean, you'd feel like they would come in and play a little sloppy. But I think what we been talking about is how their momentum off the last game is kind of showing. And, I mean, it's really helping them force the offense. And their defense is not playing bad. It's just they have a little rough patches in there.
Yeah. Looks like a full house tonight at Maverick Stadium.
Oh, yeah. Elizabethton, they've been down numerous times in the last couple of years, whether it was in the playoffs or now that we're on the same schedule rotation right now. They travel well, and they're great people. You don't have no rude comments or anything like that. I mean, they're really a great fan base.
I know I was out this morning at about 9:30 with Andy, and we were setting up some of the stuff for the game, and there was always people there dropping their stuff off during the day, their blankets, their chairs. So a very dedicated fan base with the Mavericks.
Yes, they travel. That is one thing about Anderson County fans. They sure do. They travel. Looks like you got maybe 4th and 4 right here. Is this the chance that you go to try to get Val involved, or
Or will they go to Moog again? Moog's had some success there. Not much on the left side tonight, but
But
it
we'll
looks
get
like
a false start right here on the
Mavericks.
Yeah. I think he might have been abated a little bit by the stomp of the outside linebacker.
moving back 5 more yards, making that 4th down that much harder for the Mavs.
Yeah. Now, it's one of those things now, to me, how do you have a kicker that can actually kick it that far? I know
Last few.
if you had if Bethel
Yeah.
was still there, this is a no-brainer. But now I'm not really sure, what the range is for those guys that they have on the roster now as kickers.
Martinez back to throw
Bang!
deep.
Oh,
Oh.
incomplete. And I tell you right now, when Martinez sees the film on that play, he's going to realize that he had his other receiver wide open right below him. He'll want that one back. He will definitely want that one back.
So as we have a little lull here, as we switch over to the Elizabethton Cyclones on offense, checking the score of Chat Central versus Clinton. Clinton has gone out to an early lead of 12-0, so they're having a very successful season. Just about a quarter mile from the studio here. So I'm checking the score on Dragon Vision. Those guys do a great job over there, so it's great to see their stream.
Oh, deep ball. Elizabethton.
Deep ball, just overthrown. Looks like there was a mix-up in coverage right there. Normally, LaRue would be playing man-to-man. That kid can fly. His dad could run really well back in the day too. Just by his body language, he turned and looked like he was supposed to have help over the top, like they might have been playing a cover 2, cover 3 look there, and the safety either didn't get over or whatever. Very lucky there for the Maverick defense for not getting a junk play. I'd like to see Anderson County's front four right here get active. They've been really stalemated in the last little bit. Another high throw there.
Well, as you said earlier, those front linemen on the offensive linemen for Elizabethton, they are big boys.
Yes, absolutely. They are some big old boys. I tell you what, they're tall too. They're not short. They're tall. That number, this right tackle down here, number 50, that kid at least looks like 6'4", 6'5". Big kid.
Looks like a third and 10 situation for the Cyclones.
Anderson County looks like they're in a 3-3-5 look right here defensively, trying to get some more speed on the field. Looks like Elizabethton's going to take a timeout, and Coach Witten's going to talk about it.
So Coach Matt Sloan, who is also the wrestling coach at Anderson County. We always enjoy covering the wrestling matches there. What do you think he's telling that line right now?
Right now, defensively, you're wanting to get a pass rush. They're not getting anything pass rush wise, and that's the thing, especially in high school football. If you've got a front four that can really get after the quarterback, that allows defensive coordinators to play more zone coverages, combo coverages, or man-to-man. And right now, Anderson County's front four, they're sitting there what we used to call patty caking so a little bit. They need to be doing some rip moves and trying to get through there and stop trying to muscle up these guys, because you're not going to muscle up this front line with Elizabethton. Those, like we've talked about all night, those are some big boys.
Well, it looks like our boys are a lot leaner, so maybe they have a little bit more endurance in those fellas. So as the game goes on, hopefully they'll be able to make some more success there.
Got the drag route. Quarterback steps in.
Oh!
Off his hands. Number 15 there on the coverage for Anderson County.
Cody Miller.
Cody Miller.
Who also doubles as a quarterback for the Mavs sometimes. I believe he's second in line for that job.
Yes, sir. Done a very well job last year stepping in when Martinez got hurt. A lot was thrust on him as a young kid, as a young player, and he really handled the pressure probably the best that you could imagine. Ooh, barely gets it off. Almost a block.
Still a good punt, though.
Absolutely. That is one thing, the beneficials of turf compared to natural grass. You can take bad punts, and if you hit the ball right on that field, it just rolls and rolls and rolls.
That was for what looked like was going to be an unsuccessful punt, actually turned out being quite successful there. So the Mavericks backed up again. So it looks like about the 18 or 17-yard line.
That was a pretty good punt for being a little knuckleball.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That ball hits on this turf, and it just rolls. It's a punter's best friend, this turf is.
Good pass by Walker right to Bryson Bow. I think that's his.
Yeah, that's his first catch of the night, to my knowledge. That's actually probably the first target he's had all night. It looks like he's a little shaken up there a little bit. Maybe got hit in the back with the face mask a little bit. No, he says, I'm staying in. No. Yep, he said, I'm staying in. I'm good.
He wants to add to those 6 touchdowns he's already had this year.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's been offered by a couple of teams. Memphis is one of them, Arkansas State, and I think he actually has Iowa is one of the big ones that have came calling as well.
Those are great Division I schools.
Absolutely. Really surprised, to be honest, that more teams have not jumped on his bandwagon. He really does a great job using his height, and he can jump too. He does a great job about being able to high point the ball. Point in case, the throw that Martinez had against Ray County to win the game. Ran a nice route.
He's built like a receiver at 6'4". I mean, that height is huge. When you get to those Division I schools, you've got to be above that 6'2" range.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got 6'4". He's that perfect size for those. So I can't wait to see him play on Saturday.
Oh, he's going to play somewhere, that's for sure. And whoever gets him is going to get a good one.
Ooh, Martinez back, almost sacked but thrown out of bounds.
That's one of those plays as a coach, you're like, no, 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 no. And then it gets thrown out, and you're like, okay. Now they're talking about an intentional grounding, but they had people in the area, so I don't know why
He did get to the sidelines too, right?
Yeah. He was outside the pocket, and he had people in the area. Pick the flag up. It's not intentional grounding.
Another conference by the referees. They're calling it. Oh, my goodness. I disagree with that call for sure. I believe everybody in the studio would.
Yeah, that's definitely a bad call.
What is it? It's just 5 yards, ain't it? 5 or 10?
It's, I think it's 5 and a loss of down. But the bad thing about it is the head official let the side judge influence him. And as a head official, he was standing there because his job is to protect the quarterback. And there was receivers in the area.
It is little plays like that or little calls like that can make the difference on that first down that can kill that momentum. So I hate to see that for our Mavericks tonight.
And a lot of people, just to give everybody a little bit of an update too, there's a very good possibility these two teams could meet again in the second or third round of the playoffs in 4A for sure. So, I mean, you know, this game has a lot of implications tonight.
A non-district matchup, but still very important as it is still a 4A matchup. And these two powerhouse teams aren't, they don't sit out the playoffs, so they aren't used to sitting out that time, and I doubt Elizabethton will be sitting out then. So it may very well be a matchup.
Nelson Val looks a little frustrated there. Sort of can't blame him. Like to see him get involved. Put that guy in that slot and let him work against those linebackers. They can't cover him.
Looks like they're coming after Martinez again.
Corner route, I'm not sure.
But that was is that
Rossonval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him involved. Another great stand by Elizabethton's defense, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they looked real shaky to begin with when they had that big, what was it, about 50 yards maybe?
Something like that.
Yards, Walker through the, who was it?
Tate Russell.
Tate,
right?
yeah.
The little play
And,
action.
I mean, I thought it was just going to keep being like that, but it looks like Coach Witten has really stepped them up to bring them into more of a stopping defense.
These two teams are.
They're coached very well.
They
both
are.
Of them are.
Both teams are
Both of
coached very well. They're almost sort of identical in the way they play and their schemes and things. Just by watching, we don't really get to see a lot of Elizabethton around here unless they come down this way and play, you know. Or
You don't see them in basketball or baseball.
You
I mean, you
don't.
don't see them in anything. And we have first down for the Cyclones. They are on the 43, I think. And it looks like they did a
47.
47, sorry, I lost the 43. And they picked up a few yards right there.
nice open field tackle. That's an easy check down pass. Looks like they got number 18 back in quarterback right there for Elizabethton, Dalton Mitchell. Says he is an athlete, so you were correct on that earlier.
Quarterback sneak
There
there.
he goes.
He's still on his
Ooh,
feet. And he
goodness.
got to the
He's still
outside.
To tackle.
Good tackle by number 4.
Was real small there on the tackle.
That is Jermaine Allen. He is,
Oh, that's right. Yes,
he
yeah.
is, yeah. Because I
Jermaine,
said
yeah.
that, I said that earlier. Yes, that's right.
Jermaine's wearing that jersey again for his brother. Sorry about that, Jermaine. Hopefully he hits a little bit harder now, Jermaine. Gary spoke to me about the how he and his brother have just jumped in and become Mavericks and been a great asset to the team.
Absolutely.
So we're so happy to have them here in Anderson County. Ooh, that guy,
I
he
started
was.
to say,
I thought he was
I-
wide
yeah,
open.
I
I
I'm
did
about to say-
too.
I'm about to say,
Good,
man.
I'm going to say good coverage on Mr. LaRue right there.
Yeah, I thought it was wide open coverage. Coverage, I mean, you can't overthrow one that bad. Somebody's wide open.
But once again, you know, that's that shot that Elizabethton takes. They're
I mean, they're
That-
throwing it. No, they're not
that-
scared to throw
that
it.
wide side, that wide side fade that they throw. I mean, they do a great job of it. That's for sure. I witnessed that last year in the playoffs, and you know they got their touchdown on that tonight.
Little scramble by the
Oh, that's
quarterback.
a fumble.
Oh,
That's a fumble. That is a fumble.
it did look like one. Hey, hey, hey!
That's another bad call by the official.
It didn't. It definitely was not a pass there. It looked
No.
like a shuttle to somebody that was not there. So it should have been a fumble, but I believe it was blown down, which is unfortunate.
Third down.
It's like 3rd and 10 situation here again.
Yeah. Once again, it's going to be one of those 2-down situations. Look for Anderson or Elizabethton to try to get 5 to 6 here, and then get ready to get it in 4th and short, unless they get a penalty or.
I feel like they'll take a field goal.
Looks like another timeout.
Yeah, Coach Whitten, he's going to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Elizabethton again. That's their second, I believe,
Yes.
this half.
I don't think Anderson County has called one, have they?
I believe so.
It's a battle of what we thought might be a track meet has turned into a battle of defenses and field position.
Definitely been a lot of flags.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Haven't seen much play by either team pass or in the red zone tonight. It's either been something that's been a long pass or short runs tonight. So not much red zone play playing right in the middle. So if you have 50-yard line tickets, you're getting quite a show this evening. So
Hey, I'm telling you, that's the best seat in the house right there, man. 50-yard line. About 7, 8 rows up. That's where it's at.
I have only ever sat in the stands at Anderson County High School one time. I've always been working all the other times, but I would love to be there. I know it was a playoff game a few years ago. It was very, very cold. My son and I went. We had a great time being in that atmosphere. Some of the best concessions around, I will say that for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They bring it in from all over the county.
They
They
do.
do.
A nice little pass rush.
Ooh.
Wide
little
open
drag.
across the middle.
Yep, little drag route and still running. Down inside.
Oh, no.
Down inside the 1.
It's going to mark it about the 1.5-yard
Yep.
line there.
He had that play earlier a couple of possessions ago, and he missed it. And they went right back to it.
I think they put him at the 1.5, really.
Yeah.
So again, we were talking about no red zone. It looks like the Cyclones are in the red zone now tonight.
And I'm feeling it's going to be a handoff up the middle, or it might be a QB sneak.
They've had some success
And
with that
QB
QB
sneak
sneak tonight,
Nice
And they
play.
stopped
but denial there.
Nice play.
Looks like we got a dual tackle there from Cody Miller and somebody else.
Was that? I'm gonna say that was maybe might have been Gavin Noel there, maybe.
Yeah, Gavin knows on that side. Looked like Cody stepped up there.
It's crazy how an offense can change though, just by putting. Well, now they've got another quarterback in there, number 5.
Interesting.
Yep, number 5 for Elizabethton is Cade Russell.
And he's in there with a quarterback sneak. So.
Yep, just a little wildcat action and just. Like I said earlier in the game, I knew this would be a good game. Coach, you can't go by Elizabethton's record. They won 2 state championships.
I mean, they got one last year.
I mean,
they were on the verge.
Again, they hit that Greenville wall sometimes. That happens in this 4A division in East Tennessee.
That's very true.
Pick us up, and it is good, it looks like. So currently 14 by the Cyclones, 7 by the Mavericks, and we've got 7 minutes left in the second quarter. A little bit surprised at what's going on here currently.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Elizabethton has got the bus lag. I'm guessing that's probably about a 2-hour bus ride, 2.5 hours maybe.
Yeah, give or take.
You know, you look over at their sidelines, and I mean they're jumping up and down, hooping and hollering, and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And Anderson County somehow, some way is going to have to get that momentum back on their sideline.
It might have been the inflatable helmet they ran out of tonight.
Maybe.
That's a pretty elaborate setup for an away team. I think that would be quite a bit of effort to get that here. Is that thing probably weighs a few hundred pounds. So they came to play definitely tonight, and they knew they were going to get a hard match game with the Mavericks, and it looks like they've scouted them well.
I feel like the inflatable helmet though is going out of style. Feel like it is. You don't see it much.
No, you really don't.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
I-
hating
I-
on it. I'm
that's
not
cool.
hating on it. I'm just saying.
Whatever, hater.
Not a very good kickoff there.
Brings
Up
it
to the 30
And
with a
there's a
flag.
Flag.
Could be a block in the back, potentially a face mask. Coming from that angle. Scoring update from just across from the studio here at the Dragons versus the Purple Pounders Chat Central. The Dragons are up 18-0. They are definitely on a roll over there. We're excited for the Dragons. They have 5 minutes left in the second quarter, so we'll check back in with them. Here it is, Mavericks with the ball again. On offense, Martinez looking to the sideline for the play call. So what would you do here? And Adam, would you go to the air? Because it looks like they've shut Moog down so far.
I would change my formations up a little bit. Maybe try to get Bryson Val in the slot, matched up against their linebackers, maybe against their safeties, to see if we can't get him open in the middle of the field more instead of isolating him to the one side over here. Because when he's isolated, it's easier for them to double him. And like you said as well, Moog's been stopped tonight.
Looks like he got about 4 yards on that run.
They're not been. He's not saying he's not ran the ball well, but Elizabethton has definitely slowed him down, for sure. That hurts. That's a good
catch. I was about to say. It's a
Tate
hard
Russell
hit.
again.
That's a good catch, and I know that's a nice tackle, but that could be a knee injury tackle too, and he's feeling it.
Tate Russell.
But it's nice to see Tate being involved in the offense. He is a senior, and he's tall and lanky, and he runs really well.
6'2", 170 pounds. So, son of Andrea Russell, our data coordinator for the district. One of the biggest Maverick fans I know for sure. So she always enjoys watching her son out there on the field. And I believe she's got a younger son coming up too.
Yes.
So
Reese,
definitely.
I think is his name.
I believe so.
Yeah, he's feeling it a little bit.
We need to get Andrea up here to help us with the statistics for our games.
There you go.
Looks like a little shift in the receivers there before they get set. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Moog in the backfield.
Yeah.
Moog,
he broke
there
off.
you go, Moog.
Broke.
And a first down. Very nice.
Yes, nice effort by getting moved there, not giving up on the first would-be tackler, so to speak. But once again, Elizabethton is beating Anderson County up front with their speed. Three linemen. You basically got 5 guys in the box. You have to run the football. It's
Off
not
the
an
move,
if.
yeah.
You have to.
Got another 3-yard run from Moog there. It's going to be a little sore tomorrow, I think.
Oh yeah, that kid's he took a beating in that Ray County game.
Looks like Moog shifting out for Andrew Meyer.
Another speed guy. Meyer can run really well.
Little 3 cluster of receivers up to the up top of the screen here. 1 at the bottom of our screen. There's only 2 receivers, not
Nice
Ooh.
hit.
Andrew Meyer again with the carry.
I'd like to see 34 put a hat on somebody right there. Instead of just running through the hole. Elizabeth, like I said, guys, they came to play tonight. For sure. Absolutely. There you go. Nice little. Anderson County has found something in their blocking scheme on this possession.
I think they've also switched a little bit of offensive strategy with those 3 receivers up top in that diamond style formation
Right.
too, which is seems to be confusing the defense a little bit as to who is actually eligible.
Martinez pointing a blitzer out there.
Hayden Gray up in that back slot.
Nice catch. Nope, incomplete. I'm not sure.
Nice
Incomplete.
foul. Looked like a little late or maybe push off there on him. So strange.
Looks like about 37 there. This is, I'm going to say this is 2 down territory for Anderson County right here, too.
See that same upper formation again. No receivers at the bottom, 3 at the top.
Uh-oh, reverse the foul. Gonna be
And there's a flag.
yeah, it's going to be a legal procedure on Anderson County.
Yep.
Got to get set. Some guy, one was supposed to be on, one was supposed to be off the line of scrimmage. It's going to back you up. More than likely, I can't see Coach Witten declining this right here and giving the ball 4th and short.
So a false start there. 5 yards back.
So what was 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7? Yeah, I guess they would call it 3rd and 5 because now it's back to 3rd and 10. Anderson County back for 4 wide set. Martinez bumping Zeke West out.
Oh!
That's
A fumble.
That is a fumble.
I don't think Martinez was ready for that hit from the back
He
end.
never seen it. He never seen it.
Now Dallas, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I saw a box lot there on the Elizabethton sideline. Did you see that screen? Over there, see that box lot behind the?
Oh yeah, now I do.
Oh, that's interesting. Box lot, a digital smart board. Wonder what they're
Well,
doing with that.
last
They've got
week-
class going on over there. If you see, it's
Last week when I went to the Clinton and Powell game, Powell had one.
Really?
Powell had a TV and they brought a tent, and when their offense would go upfield, they'd pull the tent down, so they could watch film.
Football is just so innovative now.
Seen that in the NFL with the
Tablets.
Microsoft Surfaces. Didn't know it had trickled down. Cyclones with a 12-yard run there, it looks like.
Just running it right up the middle. So, Elizabethton's believing right now they're going to try to go put points on this board right here.
With a little bit over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, Cyclones on offense with a lead of 14-7. First down from looks like about the 44-yard line in Maverick territory. Carrying the ball out a little bit to the open receiver. Down about the 10-yard line for number 9.
That slot fade, slot go. They
Griffin.
caught him in cover. Looks like maybe a cover 2. He hit it right in stride.
Griffin, a sophomore for the Cyclones. Also plays defensive back, so a lot of players play both sides of the ball up there in Elizabethton.
Back to the ground game.
Good stop. I mean, got him about 1-2 yards, but still, they filled the hole up quick. The Mavericks.
Keeping that ball on the ground does keep that clock ticking for the Cyclones. Plenty of time left, though.
For Anderson County here, you either have to get them out of here on downs or hold them to a field goal for sure.
Absolutely, because they will receive, Cyclones will receive when we come back from halftime.
No, it's the Mavericks.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
You're right.
Anderson
You're right.
County
Yeah,
gets the
yeah,
ball.
yeah. I apologize. I was incorrect.
Cyclones.
Ooh,
Throw
quick
across
pass
the
over the
middle
middle and touchdown.
Touchdown. Elizabethton.
Wow, I
Number
mean,
4, Baker for the Cyclones and 6 points there. Brings the score to 20-7.
I mean, what I was saying before the score was they get the ball back. I mean, going down 2 possessions into halves normally not a typical situation you want to be in. So we'll see how Coach Gillum and his staff will get the Mavericks, unless they go down and score with a minute 12. He gets them prepared to come out after half.
Kick is up for the extra point, and it is good.
The one thing for Anderson County that they do have going for them is, you know,
They ain't played Gavin in the back either.
they haven't other
But maybe
than
one time.
The one time, but the one thing for Anderson County is, you know, you came from 17 points down against a running team that just kills the clock on you. So you do have that working in your favor, but Anderson County, I mean, I know it says, you know, you don't really want to press right here with a minute 12 to go, but a lot depends on this return coming up. If you get that ball around the 35 or 40-yard line,
You got a good chance.
You gotta go try to get points here. You know, if you get it back around the, you know, the 20 or 15-yard line, you know, you're probably gonna just try to run this clock out. So a lot of this ensuing return will probably determine how they try to come out offensively and try to see if they can't get some points on the board this last minute, 12 seconds. LaRue on the return. And 25-yard line. I'm sure you probably come out.
I mean, you got to throw the ball. You can't run it.
I'm sure you probably try to come out and hit something here on first down. Maybe something quick to see if you can't maybe break a tackle or two. A lot of it, you know, your first down is going to be key here. And if you get yards or not get yards. Oh, nice catch by Tate Russell. Nice hands, nice ball.
Tate's been the leading receiver tonight, which Ben Martinez is major target. So he's having a great night tonight. Angry at that towel.
I like
Angry.
it. I like it. Get that towel out of here.
Let's play some football. We got 52 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's a nice ball by Walker, too, threading the needle. Because that's what he's going to have to do here, because they're not going to give him anything. Yeah, that's move. They're not going to give him anything. They're going to play zone. So he's going to have to stand in there and wait till those dig routes or those crossing routes come clear. Not necessarily what you want when you're trying to score with time running down on you, but the benefit that AC has is they have 2 more timeouts.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's not something we've really seen from the Mavericks
No,
this year so far.
it's really not. They've always been in control, and except for the Ray County game where they
were
got
control
behind.
at half, though. They were up 4 at half.
Yes, you're right. You are correct, Dallas.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they had 10 minutes left in the fourth and just came out guns blazing and worked out well for them.
Great game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You couldn't ask for a better game. And this is what you want to see. You want to see teams in this area, not just Anderson County and Clinton, but Oak Ridge and everybody else. You want to see them playing these type of caliber teams. It just makes not only for a great Friday night, but it helps your program to see where you're at.
They pinpoint something you need to work on in practice that week. I know that's
Absolutely.
important, so.
Got that trip set up to the top there. Look for something back in the middle. You got to work the middle.
Martinez back again.
Got all day.
Got some room, but he's throwing.
Did he
Out of bounds.
Did he?
Oh, the
Well,
clock.
he's going to call interception.
Yeah.
He's going to call interception. I'm not sure if Val gave up on the route or.
So what's the deal with the hat? Both hats are off there. Do they throw their hats at an interception?
I think
or-
what the hat was. I think I think Val may have went out of bounds. Maybe and that's usually what that is, that a player's went out of bounds, and that's just a marker because you can't throw the flag.
I saw
he-
both the sides
Yeah.
they dropped. That's strange.
I think that's what that hat rule means. That the player went out of bounds, so he can't be the first one to touch it. Now, if it had ricocheted and he had reestablished himself back in bounds, he could have made a play on the ball. But not really sure what happened there. But that's.
And
Looks
they're
like
going
the
to knee it. They
Cyclones
ain't going to
may-
even
yeah,
go for
they're
it.
going to
Yeah.
go on into halftime here with a score of 21-7 with the Cyclones leading at halftime. Mavericks trailing by 14. What does Coach say when he goes into the locker room on this?
I'm not going to put words into a coach's mouth. I'd never do that. It's you've been here before. Keep calm. Really and honestly, the only time they've really done anything against you is with short field. Let's make an emphasis of let's go down and score on this first drive, coming out at half, and let's see if we can't get a quick turnover on defense.
I mean, yeah, I think they're going to come out though, like you said at half right here. I think they're going to get out and try. I mean, I think you might see Gavin at the start. I think they may have saved him for the third and fourth quarter
I think
because he's played a lot of defense.
he has. I think it's going to be one of those deals where you're going to have to get it implemented in offense, like you said, Dallas.
Because he's pretty much a lot of their offense. And I mean, it's been a real factor for the Mavericks not having him this year.
The one thing with Anderson County, their receivers, if they're going to play, if Elizabethton is going to play this zone, the wide receivers for Anderson County are going to have to be smart. You may have to check that route down 2 to 3 yards more than what you normally would run that.
Yeah.
Walker has to have faith in his offensive line and stand in there to hit those crossing routes. If that's what Elizabethton chooses to play in this zone defense, you have to stand in there and you have to deliver these throws. And then on the other end, Anderson County has to catch the ball.
Yeah. And here are the marching band for the Mavericks, and we will see you after halftime with some statistics from the first part of the game. But enjoy the Maverick band's I believe that's the Maverick band halftime show of Metallica. So we'll see you after the break here.
J.C. Cooper and Bella Crow. Band captain for 2022 is Shandy Dice. Band co-captain is Brandon Hemphill. Brass officers are Tegan Lowry and Brendan Wilson. Woodwind officers are Eli Henderson and Justin Wiseman. The percussion captains are Will Beard and Victoria Lasker. The flag captains are Anna Bates, Ewan Hunter, and Faith Sanderson. The Anderson County Band proudly presents this year's halftime show, Metallic. tonight, immediately following the ball game at Clinch River Baptist Church, all youth are invited to attend the fifth quarter. The fifth quarter tonight will feature free Chick-fil-A and pizza rolls. So the address is up here if you want to take a picture of the screen. The food is going to be free and the fellowship as well. There will be a fifth quarter tonight at Clinch River Baptist Church immediately following the end of tonight's contest.
Pick you up if you need a ride. Pull you out with a four-wheel drive. It's how's your mama doing in the checkout line? Is it too late everywhere you go? Meet up at the Texaco. Come on, sit down, make yourself at home. Just lay it back.
And welcome back. Here we are about a minute before the end of halftime. A great performance by the Anderson County High School Maverick Band. Their show this year, Metallica. Hey, Adam, take us through a little bit of the statistics from the first half. What surprised you? What you were, what you weren't surprised by? Take us through.
Well, what I'm not surprised by is Elizabethton coming to play tonight. I said at the beginning of the show that they would come to play, and they have. Stat-wise, they have 21. The score is 21-7. They have 9 first downs to AC's 12. So AC is moving the ball some there, but they just can't stay on the field. Looks like they have a total of 28 offensive plays for 168 yards. Anderson County has 35 plays for 178 yards. Turnovers.
It's a big story.
Big story. It's led Shore for 7 points, possibly 14 there. Walker, which he got hit from his blind side, didn't really see that one coming. And then the interception there late. But Elizabethton is doing a good job with the balance offensively. Rushing-wise, they've got right at about 65 yards rushing, 67 maybe. And Anderson County is being sort of held in check. With Moog, he's got 11 attempts right now for 39 yards. His longest is just 13 yards, and that was off a busted play in the backfield.
Yeah. Got away from that tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
Passing-wise, Martinez is 11 for 20. He's got 120 yards and a touchdown. And with the two-quarterback system, it's sort of a little throwback. I know little Tennessee fans are probably going to hate me for this, but it looks like maybe the old ball coach from up the road there in Johnson City is in the stadium tonight.
We can't talk about his name this week. It's against the rules. He is going to be on game day, I heard, though. So
that'll be awesome.
I hate that. I hope Dolly Parton comes in for us and kind of salvages that Steve Spurrier. Oh, I said it. Steve Spurrier's name there for the game day for the Vols on Saturday. Really looking forward to that.
But just Elizabethton is making the two-quarterback system work. The one quarterback is 9 for 7, Maupin. For 84 yards and 2 TDs, and the other quarterback is 3 for 6, 50%, and he's got 20 yards. So they're making it work.
Yeah, dual threat there with the two quarterbacks. Dallas, what do you think so far in the game? What's surprised you? What's not surprised you? I mean, Tate Russell having a little bit of a standout game here versus Nick and Bryson and Braden, who've typically been, the top 3 performers on offense there. It looks like Tate catching that one touchdown I think that we had early there for that with receiving yards of 74 for the night. A large majority of those coming on that one play, but he does appear to be the number 1 target for Martinez tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of big stepping up if you need to be stepped up. I mean, and then also what I think about on the game, I mean, I think Elizabethton had a kind of a slow start, and they've kind of found their groove. But Anderson County started off hot, but they really going to need to pick it up a little bit in this second half to really pound the ball. I mean,
absolutely. This opening drive right here, this second half is very key for Anderson County. You need to go down and put points on the board.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a field goal, you've got to put points on this board right here.
Because if you go and Elizabethton scores, I mean, it's going to be a three
it's going to be
game.
hard. It's going to be hard to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking here at the kickoff statistics. Again, we were talking about Tyler Radcliffe earlier. He's averaging 59 yards per kick tonight. That's a pretty impressive stat for a high school student.
It is. It really is. And just to elaborate on that, Elizabethton's punter. I mean, he had the one, big punt for 56 yards. He has 3 punts for 130 yards for right at a 43-yard average. And that's a field flipper, guys.
Yeah.
And they really kept Anderson County on their side of the field.
Yeah.
And I think that is a lot of the difference in some of this ball game. And Anderson County somehow, some way, has to flip this field position and put the pressure back on Elizabethton's offense.
Yeah. Looking again at the statistics of Moog's running, I mean, shutting him down to 39 yards in the first half, that's huge. I think that's been their huge strategy and their effectiveness. But it looks like we're going to go back to live action here on our screen. where the Cyclones are kicking off to the Mavericks, so hopefully they can regain some momentum here and put 7 points up on the board to bring the score a little bit tighter. So as we continue with third quarter action, thanks for watching ACTV.
Probably his best kick of the night right there. Sandbagging on everybody.
Ooh, looks like a little fire the Mavericks have come out with there.
Nice return. Nice return. Now you just have to build on it. And it's real key for Anderson County not to panic. Don't panic. Just run
Yeah,
your
just play your game. I
Right.
mean, really, you
Just
don't have
run
to
your
force
offense.
anything. I mean, you have 2 full quarters left to play. I mean, there's a lot of
Exactly.
football left to
I
play.
have a ton of football left to play. Just be calm, run your offense. There's no need to panic. Still running that.
Run up the gut. I'm not a big fan of run up the gut in really anybody. I think it's just, I just don't like it. I try to go out to the outside, try to get a little bit more space, help your lineman block you out. But I mean, I get it if you're on the 5-yard line. I mean, you want to get them boys behind you and push you in.
You know, it's a down and distance type thing. Really, I'm really surprised that Gavin No isn't in the backfield right now. At least trying to give him a shot. There's a nice little pass to number 7, Anderson County right there.
Eli Braden.
Eli Braden.
It's his first.
His first reception of the night.
See a different Maverick right now. I think the Mavericks have come out with a little bit more anger.
Yeah.
Push that ball down the field a little bit. They look a little bit more stable.
I mean, I don't think Coach Gillum threw no water bottles or anything. Oh, nice
Oh,
snag.
nice.
That's a D1 snag.
Yeah,
is what
Bryson
they call
Val
that.
with the reception there.
That's a nice catch.
He's a little bit more familiar, guys, from what we've seen on offense. The Mavericks in the past 5 games.
It is. And it's the middle of the season. You know, you could be possibly trying to maybe put in a few new formations, new plays here and there. But you pretty much got what you got.
Oh, Martinez brought down in the backfield
That's
there.
a big sack by number 63 right there for Elizabeth.
Eli Guess.
Yeah. He guessed right there on that play.
Never been a quarterback out on the field, so I wouldn't know how that would feel, but it sure does look scary every time I see it.
Yeah, and he's a big kid too. And Walker's not he's not the biggest player for sure, but I'm sure it wasn't a soft landing. It's like second and probably Andersonville for Anderson County right now. Nice step up in the pocket.
Oh, I thought he had it, boys. That was a good throw.
You'd like to have that one back. You'd like to have that one back because if Moog catches that in stride, he's still running.
Great camera work by Nick Roberts down there on the sideline. Hopefully we can keep the refs out of the camera angle, but he did a great job on that. We've got a couple folks working for us this year that it's their first season, and they've really stepped up for us. So we're real thankful to Nick and Vaughn that it's their first year on cameras for us here on ACTV, but they have really, really stepped it up. So we're thankful to have those guys on board with us.
Back to pass again.
Ooh.
Two wide open receivers and an overthrown ball. There'll be some film work on that one for sure.
Mavericks going to punt it away here early. That's unfortunate with that momentum we saw early.
Yeah, it is. Walker doesn't look real comfortable in the pocket right now either.
Yeah, he does look a little rushed tonight, not comfortable. Those big boys, like you said earlier, I think are coming after him.
Nice punt by Ratcliffe there. Run your lanes.
Oh,
nice tackle.
Yeah.
Nice tackle. Got the field flipped a little bit here, so it's really important for Anderson County's D to get a quick 3 and out and get the ball back. Maybe a turnover, maybe try to punch that ball out and get a fumble. Maybe break on a pass, get that interception. Anderson County really needs a big play right now. Knowing Coach Lambert, I'm sure he's made his adjustments. He's one of the best. And
Big hole.
Big hole still running. You do not like to see that. That is for sure. You do not like to see that.
Nate Stevens on the run there for the Cyclones right up through the middle. Ooh, let's hope they don't do that very many times this evening to the Mavericks.
Somebody missed a key. I'm going to say that
Who got the tackle on that? Did we see?
it looked like number 6. It looked like maybe Cole Phillips. I think that's the young man's name.
And they throw it up.
They're gonna call
pass interference on that one on us, maybe.
Incomplete. Got a holding, I'm sure.
Kind of looked like Anderson County picked it.
We'll see. We haven't had a referee conference here in a little while, so I'm sure they want to get together here.
Holding.
Hold it.
Defense, yep. Got him in the receiver.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I know it's a penalty, but a lot of times, man, I would, as a defensive guy, I'd rather you hold instead of give up the touchdown. You know, it's one of those things. You don't want to see it, but
It's that fine line of holding versus personal foul versus.
Exactly.
You want to make sure you're just enough, but not too much.
Hand off to number 5 right there for Elizabethton.
Oh, big
Good
hit by
stick.
number
Oh.
34.
Gavin Nose set the corner. Nick Moog helped clean that up, and then Eli Davis made the tackle.
And Cade Russell.
That's a nice, it's a good way to set the edge there. Really surprised that they're really trying to run at Gavin. I mean, I know it's his first game back, but Gavin has really played a good game defensively. And you know, he's not in game shape by any means.
Here
Man,
comes
he's
Gavin in the backfield.
You can see he's hobbling.
Oh, he wasn't 100% there.
You can see he was hobbling.
That's not something that we see happen again there. Hope Gavin's 100%. Looks like he might be coming off. Yeah, he's he's going to stay in there.
He's going to tell him to. Defensive end on that side has to stay outside containment, though. There's or the outside linebacker, either one. Another fade, jump ball, good defense.
Yeah, that was good.
Good defense by Waylon LaRue right there. I'm telling you guys, Elizabethton, and I seen it last year with my own eyes, and I'm seeing it now again. They throw that fade ball maybe better than anybody in the state.
I about to say, it looks like that's all they've done tonight, really, on their passing. They've had a couple mid short passes, but a lot of them, they've just been lobs. Hope your receiver can get it.
It's just they do such a great job of throwing that lob, that fade, or whatever you want to call it over there. Jump ball fade. Nice tackle. Got to make it.
Yeah.
Good tackle, Tate Russell. Good play. Good play. Brings up 3rd down.
Kind of long. I think they are a little long.
3rd and 5-ish, maybe.
No, they're
3rd and 4. Ooh, that's a generous spot. No,
they're
okay,
like
okay,
I would
okay.
say, yeah, they're like
we're
3rd and
good.
11.
Okay, yeah, okay, here we go.
So they can stop them behind the line.
Yeah, okay.
Number 9 is the starting quarterback according to the lineup that Elizabethton gave us tonight, but we haven't seen him in very much with Dalton Mitchell as quarterback tonight. If he would have hit some of those fades you guys were talking about, it might even be a totally different ball game.
Interception. Oh, and he dropped it. Jermaine Allen had it right in his hands and dropped it. That was the pick that Anderson County needed. that could have been the momentum shifter right there.
It looks like they're going to go for it.
Oh, if I was Elizabethton, there ain't no question I'd go for it. I mean, because that's the thing with Anderson County's offense. When does it click? Because if it starts clicking, I mean, they can reel off points
Yeah.
in a hurry. I mean,
they proved that against Ray County.
You have to keep your the throttle down. But this is a big down right here. Big down for Anderson County. Good defense.
Good job, guys.
Way to get off the field.
Holds them down, turnover on downs. There for the Cyclones. Mavericks offense coming in. Hopefully Martinez can connect with one of those receivers or Moog. Make some yards for us to get down the field a little bit more, get some points on the board. That's a big stop, guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And probably the first time that I've seen since probably the first quarter, a little fire coming off the sidelines from some of the Anderson County players. A little hooping and hollering. I've seen Eli Davis there, number 34, trying to get his lineman jacked up. He's back in her 4 wide receiver set.
And Martinez goes deep.
Ooh.
Did he catch it? Yeah, I guess. Yes. Bryson Val says he catch it, and the referee's giving him the spot. That's a big first down.
That's a great job, guys. That's a big play. We had a little bit of a stall on the camera there. A big play for Bryson Val. Martinez connects.
Looks like Anderson County has upped the tempo a little bit offensively, too. They're not up and down looking to the sidelines and stuff. I mean, they're getting their one. There's another nice dagger.
Eli Braden there.
Nice.
Looks like about 8 or 9 yards there on that
Yep.
reception.
Nice dig route. Some might call it a square in.
Yeah, I'm seeing some more signs firing up on the Anderson County sideline there with those play calls. Man, those pictures, they crack me up sometimes with
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
with what they are, but it goes into memory of those guys.
Nice. Bryson Val got
good
back.
job. Cutting back to Bryson Val there.
Anderson County is probably the best drive I've seen them since they're probably that touchdown drive. I mean, as far as moving the ball, and they're not waiting around. They're moving.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. That pace has definitely picked up.
And now all of a sudden,
there's Moog with some yardage there.
And that's the thing with Moog. It's 3 yards, 4 yards, 5, and then all of a sudden it's out the
Boom.
back door and he's hitting it.
It looks like 2nd and 3. No, maybe 2.
Going
2
to
and a half
again.
there.
Nice run.
There's
He's going to have
Moog.
that first down.
He's got it.
Going to have that first down right there.
Takes 3 or 4 to take Moog down.
Yeah. One thing I'd tell you one thing I'd like to see right there though. I'd like to see Anderson County's offensive line and wide receivers don't just stand there. Go help the runner because it's not a penalty anymore. You can push the pile. Go help. Don't just stand there because the thing about it is as long as he's moving forward, the officials are not going to call it dead. And if he pops it free, he's still running. Nice play action ball.
Martinez.
Oh,
Did he
he
get it?
catch that?
It looked
Boy,
like
I
he
tell
did.
you what.
Zeke
Oh.
West. Oh, did Zeke not get it there?
They must have said he trapped it. But I tell you what, it was a nice effort by Zeke either way. But he's another tall kid, athletic kid that plays basketball. Another kid.
6'4", another receiver.
You got to
6'4".
get him. You got to
Yeah.
get him in rotation. Back this way, inside.
Moog cutting
Oh,
in.
big hole.
Oh, there we go.
There's
Oh,
fumble
no.
Football. Did Anderson County get it back though? Did Anderson County get this ball back? If they did, Nick Moog, whoever
Looks-
that covered that ball, is steak dinner.
Again, not something typical we see from the Mavericks. Moog
Absolutely
losing that
not.
ball is not typical.
Absolutely not.
We'll see who comes up with it.
I see the referee getting all over the.
I saw him originally call it for the Mavericks, but I see a lot of hands going the other way now too. So,
I don't know who.
hell.
I don't know who recovered it, but either way,
Mavericks are still on offense, so obviously the Mavericks got it back with a hurry-up offense there again.
I'm gonna. I think it might have been the receiver, number 5, right there, that may recover that ball.
So
I mean, you can't challenge it. Play
Braden Miller got in on that ball. I believe that was a timeout by Elizabethton here. Mavericks coming in, killing that momentum a little bit there.
I'm going to tell you something, though. Remember that play, because if Anderson County comes back and wins this ball game, or even ties this ball game up, that play could have been the difference in this ball game right there. Like I said, Nick Moog probably owes Braden Miller a steak dinner after that one.
Absolutely.
There's a flag.
Looks like a flag on the play. I'm not sure what that is.
We're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe. I'm not sure on what or who.
Was it a coach? It came from the Anderson County sideline.
It did. You're right, Dallas. I did. I seen it pop up there or thrown across the screen there. Not sure.
Since we have some time, we'll give a score update for the Dragons. Right now, it is 31-0 with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So it looks like they have it going tonight.
Well, oh look, another scoring update. The Purple Pounders did just
Oh.
score a touchdown, so it's 7-31
Not
now.
bad, I didn't see it.
No, up to the second information here from Dragon Vision over there, about a quarter of a mile from us tonight. So Matt Hagan and his team doing a great job covering the Dragons football over there tonight. So as we have a little bit of lull in the action, let's talk real quick about future upcoming games that we're covering and being covered by the other broadcast entities here. Oh, we're going to go back to the action here. We'll catch up with that just here in a second.
I'm interested to see what this
Me
call
too,
is.
me too. Somebody gnawing on the ref over there that we
So-
didn't see on
Dead
screen
ball. Unsportsmanlike.
on the Mavericks.
Ooh. That hurts.
That's a 15-yard
That
penalty.
hurts.
Yeah.
I think it was a
see that.
coach, though. I don't think it was a player because the ref was standing by one of the coaches mentally through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was a Maverick coach right now, I might have had an unsportsmanlike too for some of the calls
Yeah.
we've seen tonight. So
I'm sure. I'm sure.
that backs them up 15 additional yards here. Mavericks no longer in the red zone. I wish they were. But we'll have to see if they can make something happen on this play.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is like first and goal.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
This is first and goal from the 20. So I don't know if
Yeah,
one of the
because
players said
the
something.
chains are down.
Yeah, I don't know if one of the players said something to an official or one of the coaches said something, but now we're going to talk about it here again.
I mean, they've already called it now. You can't.
This is what kills me.
Odd positioning by the head referee there.
See, and now it's one of those second guessing.
Not sure why he would even be talking to a player at this point. But
Could be huge. That penalty could be huge for Anderson County.
Martinez back, going to air it out a little bit. Who's he got in the target?
He caught
Oh, we got a map. Let's see. No,
No, he
incomplete
dropped it.
pass.
We got interference though. I think we're gonna get
Bryson.
Bryson.
Double flag there.
Bryson allows. I think that's what it was when he turned around immediately. He threw his hands up, and I think everybody thought he caught it, but it is pass interference.
Well, there's the 15 yards back
right.
right off the rip.
You know, that's one thing I've always sort of said. If you ever get a personal foul, and an official may think that he's wrong for throwing the flag, always try to throw a deep ball because 9 times out of 10 you're going to get it back.
They did.
Yep. I've always believed that. How many penalties is this tonight?
It's actually been pretty close. If
I'm,
you look at it, it's
no,
about like-
I'm talking about altogether. I mean,
I think there was about 12 in the
There's
first
got to
half.
be at least 30 or 40
Easily.
yards on both sides of the ball there.
Here, I think it's written
It's-
down.
that's something else.
Martinez to Moog. Moog brought down after about a
Penalty
yard.
yards. There's been, for Elizabethton, there's been 6, 42 yards,
Yeah.
and then Anderson County with 6 and 45 yards. It's only been a 3-yard difference,
Yeah,
but
and we've had two 15-yard
Yeah.
penalties right
So
there.
we're up to over 100, somewhere close to 100 now.
now we're past 100.
I mean, I'm talking about altogether.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I guess they just like throwing
So,
it up and let
yeah.
it fly in the wind.
Martinez.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
come
gonna
on.
get-
There's
they're
another
flag.
flag.
They're going to get it again.
That looks like that's another 15. Is
Be-
that another 15
15.
yards there, guys?
It won't be 15. It'll be
It'll-
half.
it'll
But
be
yeah,
the
yeah,
spot.
half the distance
It'll
to
be the
goal.
spot. I get what the DB's saying, and as a defensive guy, man, you hate that for your guy because you think, he played good position there, but he definitely had his arm wrapped around. It looked like Tate Russell there. You can see 15 talking to the official there about it. What do I got to do? In years past, Anderson County lines this ball up and just pounds it right down their throat. I'm really interested to see how Anderson County.
I mean, they should throw it. They've gotten.
I'm really interested to see how Anderson County calls this next series of plays.
Oh, they're.
Martinez to Moog.
Straight dive,
Move
move
to the left side and
Down to the
he's
one.
brought down to the 1. Little less than the 1, I think, maybe with that spot.
Down.
1? Is that the 1?
Man, this
This has been a very interesting drive.
Oh, it has. It has. This is also like where you'd like to have a little number 25 back there too. Straight
And
dive,
move
move
through.
is in.
Touchdown Mavericks, bringing the score to 13-21 with the point after attempt coming up. I'm glad to see those fireworks finally firing off a little bit tonight. I've missed them. We usually have high-scoring games here with the Mavericks outscoring their opponents by almost 100, well, I guess 160 points for the season this year, so this is a little bit of oddity.
Big extra point right here. Kicker needs to get this down.
Tyler. Chris Nelson for the PAT, and it's up.
Good.
And it's good, bringing the Mavericks within 7. So the Elizabethton Cyclones 21, the Anderson County Mavericks 14. But I think the
We're gonna-
momentum shifted, right, Dallas?
Yeah, especially, I mean, they may have not done it right off at halftime, but they have settled down. And like me and Adam were saying, just play your game.
Oh, we've got another
Here comes-
flag. What'd you see, Adam?
Number 7 for Elizabethton there. I seen one of his players grab him and sort of throw him towards his sideline. I'm not really sure about what happened during the play or whatever. But looks like maybe did they call double personals there? It looked like he called
No,
double.
because he just pointed to Elizabethton's side.
If
The
he-
head referee has been doing double calls, I've seen on some of that, which has been a little bit confusing, where he does the repeat of the
Yeah.
call, which is a little bit untypical.
But once again, Anderson County right here, to me, this might be one of those areas because you're going to get the penalty right here on the kickoff. To me, this might be one of those areas where you don't sort of let Ratcliffe kick this ball because he kicks it in the end zone. You might maybe put your short kicker up there, maybe sort of pooch this thing and pin them deep.
Mm-hmm.
It might be one of those things that you gamble on here.
Looks like Kona Ice is at the stadium tonight. Everybody looks like they're enjoying it.
Kona Ice
There's
is a big
Principal
thing.
Downs and
Yep.
and some Elizabethton folks there.
I'm sure
Somebody
they
being
get-
escorted out
Yep.
by one of
Hey.
our Anderson County Sheriff deputies. We always appreciate them on hand at our stadiums to keep things calm.
It's all right to be a fan. Just don't be a jerk. No, I would. I honestly, I'd like to see Anderson County maybe put their short range kicker in right here and try to maybe pin Elizabethton deep here.
Yeah, Radcliffe will definitely kick this out of the end zone.
That kid, he's a good kid too. I know he does a lot of volunteer work on Saturdays for the North Area Basketball League, like running the clock and things like that. He's a good young man.
End zone, back of the end zone.
Nice kick there. Yeah, Tyler, we had East Tennessee Living on WAT come out a couple weeks ago for the game of the week at the beginning of the year, and he was one of the people that they interviewed and did a wonderful job representing his school. That day we had the band and the cheerleaders and the dance team out. It was a great show. And again, East Tennessee Living came out today, hosted by the Mavericks. I think always a welcoming environment over there. They were on there again on that 3 o'clock show. Great to see them represent our football programs and our dance team as well as cheerleaders were on there. I know Willow and Walker were both on there. They're twins. Walker is, of course, the quarterback, and Willow is the captain of the cheerleading team. So we had them on there today. It's wonderful to see that. And some of these guys were up at Reed Option at CRCS today, too, which is a great program.
That is a great program.
For those of you who don't know what Reed Option is, some of the average Anderson County Maverick football players, typically juniors and seniors, travel up the hill every Friday to read and be mentors to the students at CRCS in the elementary school program. It is probably one of the most magical things you'll see. And they don't just do it during football season. They do it all year round, and they mentor those kids, and it's something really special. And I love seeing it. The partnership between Anderson County High School and Darren Leach and his staff up there, it's a wonderful thing to see.
Not gonna lie, I'm sort of jealous of those players that get to do that.
Yeah.
You know, wish we'd sort of had something like that back when I was there.
Yeah.
You just see those young men and those young ladies' faces. They just light up.
Yeah.
They just light up.
And they get to run out there at the end of the year with the Mavericks, and that's a big night. So.
Gavin, you can tell he's a little still hobbled.
There's that
Nice
fade pass again we saw.
Nice hit by Eli Davis there. I tell you what, I know Gavin. You can see Gavin coming off that edge. He's still a little hobbled from that hamstring. I'd say about 2 more weeks, that's going to be a dead quarterback because you can tell he's really starting to feel it about coming off the edge there. Big hole.
For 18 on the quarterback scramble. Good hit from the Mavericks there.
Good hit by Cole. Is that number 6?
Cole Phillips, yeah.
Nice hit. Does that bring up? Is it 3rd down now?
See if we can get a few of the markers there in a second. Looks like Elizabethton has definitely slowed down their offense a little bit.
Looks like Coach Lambert has made some adjustments too within the front 4. Also, and he looks like he's moved Eli Davis back from that defensive end hybrid outside linebacker role back to the middle.
Oh, big hit.
Big hit by 52. You think it's Eli Nelson?
Yeah.
Good tackle by that young man. Way to get off the block. Number 50 right there. I know he's taken up a couple of blocks there. Man, this 3rd quarter has flew by, guys.
1 minute, 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Mavericks the only score in this quarter. Scoreless are the Cyclones this half so far.
Oh,
interception there by Tate Russell.
Intercepted by Tate Russell.
Very good.
There's that turnover Anderson County needed.
Momentum shift again.
You can tell
even
them.
more.
You can see it. You can see the momentum has shifted. It all started with a couple of personal fouls with Elizabethton.
You said, that one big play there
Yeah.
where it shifted 15 yards was huge, and
Number
you
one,
see it now.
Russell is feeling it, and you want to see that. I hear so many coaches sometimes you don't want to, show emotions and, keep it in check. No, go show emotion and go play, because just a little bit of emotion from one player will fire up the whole team. Nick Moog, big run. That's going to be a 1st down. That's probably his best run of the night.
Seems like Moog's figured out, or someone's figured out on the offensive strategy side of the ball how to get him moving again. It's been a totally different half for Nick Moog so far.
It's been a whole different half of this offense.
You're right.
I
You're
mean,
right.
Another.
Martinez back, plenty of time to throw.
Oh, nice
Oh.
nice catch by Zeke West right there. 2 Cyclones lay each other out.
Looks like the quarterback there got laid out.
Nice touch. That's a nice touch ball by Martinez. That's people that just don't understand how tough that throw that is.
It's Moog again.
Down to about the 3.
Looks like those 3 yards have now turned into about 5 or 6 per carry for Moog.
And we got
Oh no!
Yeah, it looked like you got hit a little bit right there in the back.
Holding his hip and in the back there. You hate to see that.
Yeah, he looks like he took a good shot in the back there, maybe in them ribs. That's a tough kid, though. I tell you what, his brother was a good ball player. Hope that young man's okay, though. That's the main
Absolutely.
thing. And that goes for both sides. It ain't just Anderson County. It's Elizabethton as well.
Yeah. Nick Moog is a big performer on both offense and defense for the Mavericks.
You know, this is you hate to see these injury timeouts, but it's one of those things where you get that extra timeout that you don't have to burn, and it sort of lets you draw that play up. We'll really be interested to see who Anderson County puts in the backfield with Martinez here, because Moog will have to come out one play. Looks like he's okay. Looks like he just got his breath knocked out a little bit. That's a good sign to see him get up and run off. Good kid. Looks like maybe Meyer, number 16, will be going in the backfield. Yeah, Andrew Meyer. Man, it looks like they're bringing in some beef right here. Looks like big number 34, Eli Davis, is coming back in too. I don't understand what the official with the ball is doing. It was down at the 3 or 4 yard line, man. Stop moving the ball.
Looks like ball spotted at the 4 now.
I'm going to say play action pass right here to Eli Davis. Nope. All right, there's the play action. There's the squirrel
And
route.
touchdown Mavericks.
There's that touchdown.
Bryson Bound. So this will bring the score to 21-20. Mavericks trail by 1 with a point after attempt here in just a second. Mavericks momentum is huge for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maverick band and the Maverick faithful up on the screen now. Great to see everybody out tonight. Looks like Chris Nelson's attempting this time. Kick us up.
Got it.
And it's good. So that ties the Mavericks and the Cyclones up at 21 with 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Wow. Momentum shift. Lots of offense happening here in the first, 12 minutes of the half almost. So Mavericks tie it up. Excited to see what's coming back here. Hopefully Moog can get back in. He maybe got that wind knocked out of him a little bit there, but like you said, he's a tough kid, and hopefully he'll come back in here for the Mavericks on their next offensive possession. So let's talk about real quick about upcoming games for the Mavericks. Next week, the Mavericks take on Carter at Carter. Currently, there is no video broadcast of that particular football game. However, I will update the acs.ac website with that as soon as I find it, if it's available. And the Dragons next week take on Campbell County at Campbell County.
That'll be a good ball game.
Oh, yeah. And that will be a Thursday ball game. So on my VLT, Rivalry Thursday game with Mark Packer. So we're excited to see that. It's always great to see football action on Thursday night. And as always, Wish Radio 1380 AM will be there to cover that with Jim Harris on the call. Does a great job. Big-time Dragon fan there. Love to talk to Jim about Dragon football. So here we are with the kickoff. Tyler Radcliffe to the Cyclones.
Put it to them.
Here he is in the end zone again. You
Yeah.
can count on that touchback. They'll start it out here off of that touchback. So one of the things, there's Ella bringing the tee back. One of the great stories of the night every time we see Ella. One of the things Coach Terry and I were talking about today was the clock run. I don't think it's going to be something that we see tonight, but that has shifted to from 35 points to 30 points this year, where the clock automatically runs, and that's something that's different. Who scores 30 points? Gary said. You know, you score 35, you score 28, but you don't score 30. So that's a new rule that I was unaware of today when the clock runs, which we've had that happen here in the past few games for the Mavericks, and of course last week for the Cyclones with Granger County, but we will not have that this week.
Anderson County's defense is starting to swarm. When you see the defensive lineman, like number 75 right there, Grayson Bradshaw, getting from his position downfield, That's what you want to see.
Yeah, there were 3
It-
Mavericks there.
That's what you want to see. You want to see people rallying to the football.
Hey, Dallas, with the third quarter wrapping up now, hey, sum it up. What do you think you've seen this quarter, this half action? We got 1 quarter left that you didn't see in the Mavericks the first half.
I think going into halftime, I think Gillum went there and fired them up a little bit. And after they came back out, I mean, they've pretty much just been full throttle, not really let up. They kind of started off slow with that first drive. But, I mean, after they got the 4th and, what was it, like 6 maybe? 4th
Yeah,
and
something
6,
like that.
4th and 7 stop on Elizabethton, they really came out and, I mean, they got the pick they needed and they got 2 touchdowns. Tie this game up with 12 minutes left. But there's still a lot of football left to play.
Definitely. I don't think anybody's left at Maverick
No,
Stadium yet.
no.
So we're losing some shirts here in the student section at Hawaiian night. But they're having a good
They ain't
time.
lost fans.
No, nobody's leaving just yet. It's a packed house over there as always. So great to see them. Little sweatshirt action happening down there by the cheerleaders from Elizabethton too, which
Finally got
that's
that-
not something you saw last week.
No.
for
Yeah,
sure.
finally got this good fall weather.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stays like that for a little bit.
Yeah, I left the house this morning around 6:45, and it was the first day I felt cold. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of weird to feel that when you come out sweating in the mornings usually.
Yeah.
So current conditions at the stadium right now is 57 degrees.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We're clear for the rest of the night. It's just a perfect September evening for football. Can't wait till it gets a little darker, a little early, just for football. I hate it for everything else, but it does seem to bring those Friday night lights action happening there with the Cyclones lining up.
Nick moved back in there, hustling, trying to get that ball out.
Riffing on the reception for
Like
the Cyclones.
like to see number 1 right there. Attack that outside shoulder of that receiver that's trying to block him. If anything, it slows the receiver down with the ball just for a split second. And 1 split second helps the pursuit of the defense. He went inside and the receiver went outside, which that's what it's designed to do. The receivers to read his block, but attack that outside shoulder. Make that receiver turn it in. It's a big drive for Elizabethton.
Oh, big hole, but good tackle.
Nice tackle by Jermaine right there.
Jermaine in that number 4 for his brother again.
Yep.
Good to call that number out tonight.
Nice. That's a nice block down too. Elizabethton, their offense is sort of unorthodox the way they run their stuff, but it works. It works for them.
One of the things that we have here at ACTV is the ability to tell where our streaming viewers are located, and we typically have around about 12 or 13 states that tune into this ball game broadcast
Nice.
on all the programs that we have. So we're excited to show these Anderson County Mavericks off across the United States of America, and sometimes we even have some other viewers even in different countries. So it's
Nice.
great to see those statistics. And of course, our Comcast viewers on Channel 95 and ATTU Verse 2, we appreciate you. And especially we appreciate the ones that download our app on Apple TV and Roku. So if you haven't downloaded it there, that is the place to watch the game in its absolute clearest format is on Roku and Apple TV. Just search for Anderson County Television in the App Store, and you can watch us right there or any of our on-demand content as well.
Anderson County must be doing something with their coverages right now. I've seen Jermaine come from the bottom of the screen to the top to really, he's nowhere talking.
Second time they've run that play right here recently, too, with Nate Stevens on the carry.
Looks like Elizabethton has went back to what was working for them. Getting back to that power game. Looks
Try
like
to run some clock out.
yeah, it looks like Anderson County's done a little substitutions there. I'll get it out here in a minute. Looks like 53 Matthew Clayton has came in. That's another young, good-looking prospect that Anderson County has coming in as he continues to grow. That's 2 big plays in the last 3 or 4 that number 52 Eli Nelson has made.
Junior,
Yeah,
Eli Nelson.
he's just going to continue to get better.
6'3", another one of those. It's all guys out there on the Mavericks defense. Great to see that. Man, people are just bigger
Yeah.
than when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in high school.
Oh,
I see a lot of, looking down through the roster here, I see a lot above 6 feet, that you just didn't see very much of that 10 years ago. So it's great to see size coming across here. I know they work very hard in the weight room as well. Maverick territory.
Oh, Gavin just got held big time.
Oh,
right there.
yeah. Ooh.
Big time.
Ooh, by number
There's
77.
That's
flag.
a cheap call, ref. That's a cheap call. He was already committed to the tackle.
So
It's
they have
gonna-
offsetting penalties there.
That's ridiculous.
Hate that because that was quite a bit of trash there that was going on. Gavin No by number 77 on the Cyclones. Don't like to see any of that happen on our fields. Have another conference, guys.
They're gonna call a late hit on Matthew Clayton, but
I hate
the
that.
the thing about it is he was already committed to the tackle, and I'm sorry, you can't just stop.
We do have look like a personal foul on Cyclones, and then
Holding.
holding Cyclones will.
No? Yeah. Dead ball personal foul.
On the Mavericks, it looked like he called it there.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, but why'd they move back still?
And he'd move back to move it again.
Oh, do you have to do that or something?
No, not necessarily. If you know math, you don't have to.
They moved them up.
What? Yeah, because it'll be the difference. Of
Oh,
like-
it's 10
yeah.
and 15. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you walk back just to walk back forward? But nah, that's a cheap call. You can't just. I'm sorry. When you're committed, it takes you out of bounds. He hit him in bounce.
That momentum just takes you on out as you're
That's
moving. Yeah.
that's a cheap call. Big hole by the running back.
Good tackle, though, by Tate
Stevens
Russell.
again.
Tate Russell's really had a big game tonight.
He has.
though. I mean,
number one,
he has stepped
number one
up.
has came to play.
Yeah, he has stepped up tonight for the Mavericks. I mean, he's got a pick. He's got a touchdown. A couple good tackles.
We need to watch Nate Stevens on the Cyclones as the Mavericks have lost a couple yards to him here lately in the
He's a
last
good-looking
3
running
plays.
back.
Yeah, he's run up the left, up the right end, pretty much down the center. So he is doing a very good job for the Cyclones. With the Cyclones finding some running game here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 34 seconds remaining.
There he goes again. Got to keep that outside containment by the defensive end or outside linebacker, whoever's out there.
Looks like it's going to be a first down for the Cyclones there.
See Eli Davis talking to him there a little bit.
What do you hear when you're down there and they're saying that? What is it? What is they saying?
You would actually be surprised what you would hear and what you don't hear. You hear your players talking, but you don't hear the fans. Like you just like, okay.
Now, I'd say you don't hear the people talking tomorrow here at Neyland.
No, it's that place is going to be rocking tomorrow.
I can't wait to see that game. It's going to be exciting for the Vols with the momentum they have going in.
Stay outside. Got to have, there you go.
Yeah, good tackle.
There you go. Great job by Gavin Knoll turning that back into, it looks like Grayson Bradshaw on the tackle, getting off the block, getting down the line of scrimmage there. Like I said, Anderson County's front four needs to get it going. Second and 8. Going to throw that out route. There it is. Got to come up and make that tackle. It's going to be about 3rd and 2, depending on the spot.
Cade Russell on the reception there for the Cyclones.
Cade Russell. We got all kinds of Russells out here tonight. Both very good-looking ball players, though, for sure. Well, he spotted him back a little bit. Good job. Thought he was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. About 3rd and 5. Speed option again. Weak side. Got to make that tackle. Got to make that tackle.
Nate Stevens on the run again, picking up some yardage.
They've ran that speed option pretty good
It's-
tonight. I mean, you really don't see it a lot.
You don't.
Ran-
Well,
no.
I mean, it's just like it's just like with Ray County and that
Yeah,
wing
the
tee.
wing tee.
I mean, you
I
know,
mean, they executed it, but
they do.
you never thought you'd say that in high school sports, or I
Yeah,
mean, really high school football.
Especially this day and time, but they make it work. And the thing about it is, it's so hard to practice against.
Oh yeah,
You know, speed option, I mean, you got your keys as a defense, but, I mean, seeing it in practice and seeing it in live game is two different things. And
Oh.
there it is again. There it is
Thought
again.
about the pitch over to Stevens, but went ahead and kept the ball himself. Quarterback runs for about 5 yards there, it appears.
Yep.
Looked like he got hit pretty hard, though, Dallas, didn't he?
Yeah, so I'm surprised he got up as quick as he did.
He's breathing a little hard there.
Another big, you know.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do like how Elizabethton has played different quarterbacks though throughout the night.
Oh, yeah, because it makes
Because it confuses you.
well, and you can't just key on. Right there's a
Stevens
touchdown.
again.
Touchdown. Elizabethton. Right up the middle.
And that brings the score to 27-21. Elizabethton with the lead here, coming back with 7 points this half to the Mavericks 14. Point after attempt to come. Man, has that momentum shifted, guys?
I mean, I would say it has a little bit.
Yeah, it has, definitely has. It's a big answer back for Elizabethton for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, if you just like you said, if they didn't get that late hit going in the out of bounds, I mean, it could be a different story. AC could have the ball right now.
That's what kept that drive alive.
Yeah.
It was a horrible call. I mean, it was a horrible call.
Elizabethton with the successful point after attempt to bring the score to 28-21. Adam, if you're the Mavericks here, what do you look for on offense? Of course, you're looking for a touchdown, but are you going to the air? Or?
Quick.
I'm going back to my quick game. Yep. Because that last drive that you had before you got the interception by Tate Russell,
It looked good.
that was the best drive that you've had since your very first or second drive that you've had all game long. Do it. Go right back to it. Do the same thing. Make them stop you because you could just see the difference. It can really put a lot of pressure on Elizabethton's defense with trying to decide, are they throwing it, are they running it, or what are they doing?
Do we see Moog back out there? I do not see Moog out there right now.
Moog was back in on that last defensive series. He made one of the tackles right there before.
Also, if they don't want to go to the run game, I think they might get Gavin involved a little bit. I mean, at least I know he's hurting, but I mean, what else you say? I mean, when he's one of your key offensive guys and you're trying to get quick points, I mean, just feed him the ball.
I will say this too. Elizabethton has to be careful on this kickoff because Anderson County does have the potential to house this thing. They have had a couple, I know for a fact, that have been called back this year, and if I'm not mistaken, they've had one that actually went. So they are very dangerous in the return game. They do a great job of blocking it up, and so you have to run your lanes here. There's the block. There's the block. Oh.
Still, though, at the
You'd
40,
like to-
almost at the 50.
You'd like to see, as a young player, he made a little bit of a mistake right there, but you'd like to see number 2 stay on that block just a little bit longer to give him that edge coming towards the sidelines. But it's still great field position to start this drive out.
Mavericks start from the 39-yard line.
Moog is back in, so that answers our question there. Do we see the play action?
2 receivers to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Handed off to Moog.
Moog. Oh, that's a horse collar.
They ain't going to throw it.
That is a horse collar.
I did not see a flag, though, boys.
That is a horse collar.
That is unfortunate. Very dangerous.
I thought the rule was, I was actually coached up on this rule last year. I thought that you actually had to bring him down for it to be a penalty. And it's actually anytime you inside, it's anytime like that, it's a penalty is what I was told by an official.
Well, as we found out tonight, any official call requires a conference. So.
That's the truth.
Like I said, they're trying to think like their flag's a kite. They're trying to get the blow in the wind a little bit.
Martinez out to throw to Tate Russell again. Now they're within the Cyclones' territory. Hard to see where that spot's going to be.
It's a good sign to see Anderson County having another weapon added to the dimension. Like I said, Tate, he's probably close up to 100 tonight on the receiving end.
And I mean, yeah.
Another play action, dig route inside.
Oh,
Great
Good
catch
catch.
there by Bryson Val.
Very good catch by Mr. Val.
it did look like from right here. It looked like it was about to be a pick.
That was a
It was close.
that was a arm throw and not a step-in throw by Martinez. Very lucky, very lucky. That ball's not behind him, because if that ball's another 3 inches behind him, that's probably a pick six in ball game.
Martinez hands off to Moog again.
Big run. Big run. Really interested to see how Anderson County holds on to this now. With this ball, now that they're in, do they try to run clock, or do they try to score and try to get a 2 for 1 possession here and try to win this thing in regulation, or do they try to run this clock all the way down till there's just like a few minutes left, and then maybe
So it's because you don't want to score too quick, because if you do, I mean, it gives them go down there and score a field goal.
Moog obviously is found. Obviously, he is fine for a run of about 10 yards there on that play.
Anderson County's offensive line in the second half.
They
Coach-
stepped up.
Coach
They
Gillen,
stepped up big.
and his
Dallas, are you tired?
No, I'm good.
You're yawning. This is
No,
a great
I'm good.
game here. I want to get some caffeine. Martinez with
All
plenty of
day.
time.
Wow.
Oh,
Good
wow.
touchdown.
And
That
to
would be
Eli
Eli
Braden.
Yep.
Excellent Maverick touchdown. Brings the score up to 27-28 with the point after attempt.
That's a
See,
nice-
that's the thing, though. It's a good touchdown, but there's a lot of time left.
Yes,
There's a lot of
absolutely.
time. There's a lot of time to get down there and score a field goal.
Yep, it sure is. Got to give credit to Walker there. He didn't force it. He
No, it was a great throw.
And a
Yeah.
great job by his offensive line. They were playing zone there, and he waited till he cleared the safeties, and once he cleared, it was wide open. It was a nice touch pass, and didn't try to throw it in there 100 mile an hour either.
Point after attempts up and good to tie the ball game up with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left at 28 points. Wow, a lot of different strategy decisions here. I trust the Maverick coaching staff with their experience, but also you've got Witten on the other side that, you know, he's got a lot of experience too.
He does.
So lots of strategy going into this particular moment of play here to figure out, hey, what do we do? So
Definitely kick
Yeah.
in the end zone, get the touchback.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to make them go the distance. That's for sure. You don't want to give up any short field position for Elizabethton. That's for sure. You would like to you'd like to get that another turnover, hold them on downs, back them up, do something here. Get this ball back. But whatever adjustments Anderson County's offensive line made in the locker room at halftime, it has definitely paid
Yeah, it
dividends.
definitely showed as
I
well.
mean, you know, Nick Moog was going from maybe 1.5 to 2 yards a carry. Now, I mean, he's finding holes.
yeah, he's probably averaging about 6 yards per
Easily.
carry in this half easily. So a lot of more success there even after the shakeup he had down there towards the end zone.
Another good kick by Tyler. Another great kick.
Another touchback guarantee there. Another weapon that the Mavericks have the ability to stop that game on the kickoff. Ellis bringing that tee back every single time.
Give me a treat, Dad. Give me a treat, Dad. Give me a treat. Copy.
Here's where crunch time's at.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, shoot.
And the thing about it is, this is what kind of ball games you want to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the last 2 weeks, the last 2 games, this game and the Raycan game, I mean, they've been nail biters. Really, if you think about it, came down to the wire.
Good tackle right there by Cole Phillips there, number 6, coming down in the box and pinching that run off.
But I'd rather see that than like a 50-0
Oh,
flat. It's
absolutely.
just not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think one of the things, correct me if I'm wrong, that I'd be watching out for right here is they're keeping the ball on the ground is Nate Stevens with that running ability he's had in the last 2 possessions for the Cyclones. Something to watch out for. Also, the ball's on the ground, clock's running.
There
so
you
got
go.
to be careful.
See, that's what I was talking about earlier. Tate made the adjustment. He attacked that outside shoulder, made the receiver just hesitate just a tad. Nick Moog gets over, makes the tackle. You go from a possible first down to now it's 3rd and 4.
3rd, 4.
So now you have, you know.
See, if they stop him, you got to punt it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
you just
yeah.
can't go for it.
Yeah, you're punting this ball 3rd and 4. Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
Stevens has got
And they're
the
gonna give
first
him the
down.
spot too. Yep. Man, he's been all over the field tonight.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good looking running back.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, a lot of these players for Elizabethton are good players. We just don't get to see them.
Yeah.
You know, we don't, and they don't really get the coverage that they probably really deserve.
Well, I mean, like we were saying, I mean, they were runner-up in state last year, and I mean, honestly, you'd never think they would be.
No. After, I mean, you watch them.
Yeah.
You know, last year, I mean, they didn't really do anything special, but they had the Rollins kid.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was a one-man wrecking crew.
Oh, he's throwing it deep.
Deep ball. Did he hang on to it? He got the catch.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. You got to.
Play. I mean,
That's a nice ball. Like I said it earlier, and I've said it again. They throw
that fade.
They throw the fade better than anybody I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's just like dropping the ball in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Cyclones first down, 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. The clock stopped.
But they need about
And
15 more yards, would you say, for a field goal, though?
oh, he needs at least 25. And the thing about it was, it wasn't like Jermaine had bad coverage. I mean, he was
No, it was
there.
good. It
I
was
mean,
just a good throw. Good throw, good catch. Say Jermaine's not played bad at all tonight.
No, I mean, like I said, it was great coverage. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. Yeah, here we go.
It's an important stop for the Mavericks here.
Yeah, big play right here.
Clock is ticking with it being on the ground.
It's a big play for Anderson County's defense right here. A big play.
Oh, it's
Gavin's
Gavin's coming.
Oh, scramble
That
from the
will
quarterback
be-
there.
Incomplete.
That was good. Good rush. Rush by Gavin.
Yeah, here we go, guys. 3rd and 6. 7, maybe. It's going to be a big down right here. Defensive ends have to stay outside. Cannot lose containment. Cannot lose containment here, especially with number 18 at quarterback, because he can run. He has shown that.
And you have Nate Stevens right there with
Yeah,
him.
there's your timeout.
Looks like a
they're
timeout,
gonna call
Elizabethton.
here.
Minute 34 left, tied up, guys. What would you do if you were the Mavericks?
Go ahead, Dallas. Comment on that.
Tell
I
us
mean,
the way to play.
I wouldn't play man coverage. I would definitely play the zone. I would be more. I mean, if they get the run, they get the run. But I mean, you just because if you do man, I mean, they could have another fader like you said. But I mean, you just gotta hold them. I don't know how to describe it.
The biggest thing is here, you cannot lose containment with your defensive
Yeah.
ends or outside linebackers, whatever their Anderson County defensive staff is calling them. You have to stay outside. You have to keep him in the pocket. He's dangerous when he gets outside the pocket. That's the thing. Keep containment. Keep containment. Keep containment. Corners on the outside. Use the sidelines as your best friend because they're going to throw that fade ball, and I don't blame them.
No, I mean it's worked very. I mean it's been successful for them. I mean very good.
You're either going to get the fade ball on the outside,
Or you're gonna get one
or,
up the gut.
or number 9 right here in the slot is running the fade the fade and go.
Yep.
You have to stay outside. That's the main thing right there. It is.
Quarterback sneak
And you have no
and the first down.
and you have no penetration whatsoever by the AC defensive line.
Mitchell for the run there for the first,
They-
what I believe will be a first down. The markers are moving.
They caught them in that 3-man line, and they done exactly what you do. You run it right up the middle.
And like we talked about, that speed option.
He knew as soon as he grabbed it. When he walked up there and seen that 3-man line, he knew exactly what he was doing. He wasn't pitching that ball, and now they're just going to run
Stevens.
it out.
Stevens again
Still
with
on his
about a
feet.
7-yard carry.
Yep.
Time ticking down, ball on the ground still, so we're at less than a minute left. as the Cyclones and Mavericks prepare for what might be one of the final downs of the game.
Yeah, it's Elizabethton obviously has their kicker, and they know where he's good at, and that's what it looks like what they're going to try to win this ball game with.
And off to Stevens again.
Oh, big
Big
hit by
tackle.
Andrew Meyer.
Big,
for the
big
stop.
hit, big
Him
tackle.
and Moog
Yes, big
Oh,
tackle.
looks like a timeout.
by the Mavericks.
Big timeout. Did AC? No.
I think that was
Elizabethton called it.
Elizabethton.
No, I'm going to tell you something. If I'm Anderson County, I'm not calling timeouts.
No, you
the,
wanna go there.
the pressure is on Elizabethton. Don't waste your timeouts. Because they're the ones that's trying to get in position to either, they're going to either try to take a shot to the end zone here or they're going to try to set up their field goal. The pressure's on them because the thing about it is if they get stopped here, they're going to have to burn a timeout.
Who, Anderson County?
No, Elizabethton. Because then it brings up 4th down, which now granted it's only like 3rd and 1.5. But if they get stopped,
I mean, yeah, timeout. Take
you're
going
going
to
you're going to have to do something here because
play
if you
some defense.
because the thing about it is you got to be careful if you're Elizabethton and not getting caught in that situation where you're trying to spike that football.
Yeah.
If you don't have that extra timeout.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough time now. It's a time management thing now. Hang on to your timeouts and leave it on them.
Yeah, looks like 3rd and about half a yard for the Cyclones. 36 seconds left.
Now, but if you were the Cyclones, you going for it, you taking your field goal.
Oh, I'm going for my field goal here.
Okay. I was say.
You have.
I mean,
to.
you have
it's
to,
a speed. It's speed option right here.
Stevens again up the
Nope.
middle.
Did
The
not
stop.
get it. He did not get it. It's 4th down.
Oh, looks like the Cyclones called
If he
another timeout.
if he calls that a 1st down, that's a bad spot. He barely got past the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Might be bringing the chains out on this one.
No, it's 4th down. No, like I said, he never got back to the line of. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Look where the 4th down marker is versus where the ball's spotted.
Hey, I'm gonna.
That's a little. Okay, well, it did move a little bit there. I was.
Well,
that
because they're
marker's
gonna-
been a
they're
little strange tonight.
They're going to measure it.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but I still don't think he got this. No,
No, he didn't. He's about, no, he
No.
didn't get.
he's
About-
that short.
About 4 or 5 inches there.
He's that short.
Now, would you, they might go for it, but they don't
They're
have the
going-
timeout. They don't have the
well,
timeout.
They're going to get the timeout because it was a measurement.
Oh,
So he got a free one. So yes, he probably will go for this.
what's he doing?
Stretch the ball. Stretch it out. See,
Let's
stretch
go
it out.
measure it again.
What a crew
Goodness.
tonight. What a reffing crew.
Goodness. Dallas, we don't want to get fined, so they're doing
I
a
thought they did a good
stand-up job tonight,
That's what I
Dallas.
said.
Oh. The thing about it is, does Witten have the guts to pull a play action right here and throw this ball?
No. I don't
Let's
think
see.
he
I
does.
look for Stevens to get it. Yep.
Did.
And
He
he's
got
through
it.
first
He got
down.
Wow.
However,
got it.
clock is running.
Clock will stop on the 1st.
Yeah, for the.
But now,
There
see,
we
here
go,
they go.
spike it.
Now, see, they're panicking. Here they go. Trying to get set.
Will he spike the ball on this? He does. 19
He
seconds
took
remain.
a little far back spike.
Looked like he was not quite confident. He
No,
spiked the
I
ball.
mean, he looked at one.
So we have 19 seconds remaining with a tied-up ball game. A lot of Maverick fans, Cyclones fans probably are close to a heart
Oh, yeah.
attack right now.
It's what is it? Vitale says it's Baylock's time now.
It is. Those nachos are kicking in.
Yep.
Oh, they're going for it. Here we go.
Trying to get it in the middle of the field.
Ball's on the ground. Clock is running.
You're gonna call a timeout.
Who, Anderson County?
Let's see here.
Now, Adam, do you think that was to set that kicker up right there in the center?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every kicker in America will tell you, "Hey, I want it dead on.
Yeah.
I want it dead on.
Yeah.
I want it dead on." But definitely a timeout there. That play design was to get that ball in the middle of the field. But anything is possible, guys. Anything is possible. The thing about it is now with Elizabethton, here's what you got to be careful about. Do you kick your field goal now, in the event that you do have a bad snap, you can cover it and go to 4th down. Because if you don't and you go to 4th down and it's a bad snap, unless Anderson County recovers it, and picks it up or runs it back, you're going to overtime.
Now looking,
And that's a momentum shift.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it is.
That's something that you have to think about.
Oh, they did bring a kicker in.
Yep, here he goes.
Wow, they're
Now-
going to do it on 3rd down.
Looking,
They
well,
did like you
11 seconds. Looking at the statistics here, Caleb Campbell, the kicker for the Cyclones, has only made 1 field goal in his career with the Cyclones for 3 additional points to the score. So he has been successful on his point after attempts for 7 of those, but he only has, he only has 1 attempt and he's made 0. So he's never made a 3-point field goal in his career. He is currently a sophomore at Elizabethton. So big time game there for them.
It's time to go get your cone of ice.
With Pepto flavor, right?
Yeah,
Pepto
there you
flavor.
go.
Like our shirts, Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Our pink shirts here we have tonight. So, but yeah, he's in his 2nd year with them in sophomore year and has missed the 1 field goal attempt he's taken. However, he is perfect on his point after attempts. So
The thing about it is too that it all boils down to the kicker or to the snapper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That snapper's got to get that ball back there, and it can't hit the ground. I mean, it's got to hit the holder's hands, and the holder's got to be, hey, I can't be nervous here. But that's the reason why I say, if they ran another play, it takes out. Hey, if you have a bad snap, you can't just cover it.
And
Now he's going to go back to.
oh wow, we're going back to offense.
Yeah. How
not
about you? I
kicking the
just-
ball here.
I don't agree with this.
do they have a timeout?
If they do, I still don't agree with
3
this.
wide receivers
Oh,
going wide
okay.
out to the bottom, and looks like an interception. Interception for the
that's just-
Mavericks.
that's
Doesn't
just-
matter, but
That's
Why would you do that?
look, Mavericks have 5 seconds left on the clock,
You're
so
kneeing,
let's see.
You're kneeing this thing.
Yeah.
This ain't Madden. you're kneeing this thing and going to overtime. I just don't understand. I don't understand
that play call.
That tells me that he had no faith in his kicker whatsoever to kick that field goal, which brings me to this. Why would you waste that much time
Doing
if
that.
you don't have that much faith in him?
Wow.
And I'm sorry, if I'm that kicker,
I'd be mad.
I'm not so sure I don't go bye-bye next year. If you're not going to show faith in me like that right there, I mean, come on, man. You got, as a coach, you have to have faith in your kickers.
Wow. Wow.
Unless Anderson County just has something, I don't know. Just take a knee here.
2 to the top, 2 to the
Take
bottom,
it
on
easy
wild
for it.
receivers.
Wait a
Martinez,
minute.
whoa.
Yeah, we got another timeout here. I think they're fixing to run a play
I
there.
They
really
were.
do. I saw all 4 receivers heading back for potentially a Hail Mary Madden play there.
Yeah, they were fixing to run something.
Yeah.
I don't.
Who would you go to? I mean, I might go to Tate at this point in the ball game because his success.
But like he said, I mean, with Eli Varner being probably the tallest one out there, and probably, I mean, he's technically D1. He's got D1 offers. I mean, why would you not show it up to him, see if he can catch it or not? Or give it to Braden Mill, let him run.
Or I'm going to tell you something, and as bad as I hate to bring this up as a Patriots fan, the Miracle Miami. You throw it short, and you lateral back to a guy coming across. You don't practice that in high school at
No.
all. They don't even practice against that in college.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I'm taking a knee. I'm at home. I'm taking a knee. I'm going to overtime. Now, if
Yeah.
I'm on the road, I'm probably going to run a play.
Yeah, it ain't going to
But
hurt.
at home, no, I'm going to overtime. But, hey, that's the reason they're getting paid the big bucks, man.
Martinez back. Wide receivers 2 up to the
There it
top,
is.
to the
Here
bottom.
we go.
There's that short throw. Short throw to Eli Braden, running it to the 50, about the 50 and out. So
There you go.
takes the hit. We end the regular allotment of time. The 4 quarters do halves at 28-28. End of regulation with a tie, so we go into overtime. Now, overtime is a timed event in high school football, unlike college and the NFL.
NFL does time.
Yeah, NFL does time.
Does time?
I
Okay.
thought they did college rules.
Yes, high school does
Okay.
college.
Oh,
rules.
sorry, I
think-
apologize.
I think the difference is high school does it from like the 10-yard line,
Yeah.
unless
okay.
they changed it. Even our cameraman said, "Hey, I'm taking a break. I'm
Yeah.
out of here. See ya."
TVU there.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Well, we can't stop this game right now, fellas. Andy's playing a little joke on us at the field tonight, but whew, this has been a nail biter here. It's the Mavericks were trailing by 14. They come back to 28-28 in the second half. Who do you think has the momentum here, Dallas?
I mean, you have to say Anderson County with that pick. I mean, you can't. I mean, that was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's.
I know. That's. I don't know. I still don't understand that play. I just don't. I mean, even if you have a timeout and you come back out, and let's say you want to get it closer, the way you've ran the ball tonight, why would you not run the ball and then call your timeout?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't understand that play call.
Martinez for the Mavericks. Brad Cannon for the Cyclones there. We'll see who gets the ball first here in just a second. Great shot from our camera folks down on the field tonight. I believe that's Sam, one of our longest running employees here with ACTV. Great job. There's Nick's Cannon.
Looks like Anderson County won the toss, and best I can tell, and they're going to go. Or did no? Anderson Elizabethton won the toss, and Anderson County's going on offense first.
Is that what you want to do, Adam?
If you win the toss, normally in overtime you want to go on defense first. That way you know what you have to look for. Whether you have to score that touchdown to keep going, or
take you a field goal.
Take your field goal and win the ball game.
See, is it on? Is it really on the 10?
I think so, unless they've changed the rules, man. It's been. I will admit, it has been a while.
This could. I mean, honestly, both sides
there
are.
it is. It's on the 10.
I say it could take a while.
Ooh, with how successful
the way they're running the ball.
Yeah, Nate Stevens has been for the Cyclones. That's scary.
Let's boys, we could be talking Tennessee, Arkansas here.
Oh goodness, I was at that game. I was
that was a good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was in the pride of the Southland band at that point in time, and I was tired of playing Rocky Top. I mean, I wanted the Vols to win, but man, we played it a lot that night.
Just think though, a few years ago, that LSU and Texas A&M game,
that
it was
a
like
good one.
70 to 60.
That one set the record, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think so.
Just imagine playing in that band.
Ooh,
All nighter.
We go Martinez back to throw.
got him.
And 14 gets the catch for Bryson Val there. Touchdown Mavericks.
I tell you what,
Great way to start it.
as much as I've bragged on Elizabethton's touch ball, fade ball,
That was a good fade ball.
Martinez and Val throws a very good touch ball as well. And Val does a great job of high pointing the ball. Most receivers at this level let the ball sort of come to them instead of attacking it. He does a great job there going up and getting that ball and pulling it from that DB.
Point after attempt, very important.
Big snap right here. Good
Up.
kick.
That was good. Whew. Get the Pepto-Bismol and the Maalox ready. Here we go.
We need to fix the score, guys. It's 35-28.
I do
AC.
think that the Mavericks look a lot more energetic right now than the Cyclones do, but that combination of Dalton Mitchell to Nate Stevens is very scary in this 10-yard line scenario.
That score is 35, Anderson County, Elizabethton 28. For all you Maverick fans
Oh,
out
my
there,
goodness.
that is not correct. So we'll see what happens here.
Oh, they do the same side that they go down there?
No, they stay. Next series they will flip again, and here we go again. Oh, it's a
Bad
bad
Oh,
snap.
that's
but
not.
he's running.
He's running.
But that's
Man,
Stevens.
piece of
That's
the
that
edge.
combo.
Did they call the ball down though?
I don't think so, because I don't think he.
Nope, sure didn't. I don't know if Anderson County just wasn't ready or what, but that's you got to be ready to go.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it was just bad snap, but I mean, they didn't get on top of it quick enough.
He's
They going for two?
oh, I would. Yeah, the way you're running the ball, yeah, you're going for two. You're going for two. I like it.
Oh, we'll see what they do here.
interesting.
It's very dangerous right here.
Well,
That Stevens combination, though, is quite good.
Yeah, but I just feel like AC has the momentum now. I mean, because it's been happening tomorrow. I think they could stop it right here.
Man, I don't know. It's so much difficult because when you have a running quarterback, everything comes into play. You think, oh, he's going to run it. Then all of a sudden he pulls up and he throws a pass.
Yeah, but they've ran this speed option literally for the last 12 minutes in the game. So, I mean, why would they not expect it now? You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I agree with Coach Witten going for 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, just go for wait till you have to go for 2, which is like I think the third overtime. You're on the road. You go for 2. When you're on the road, you play for the win. Be really interesting to see how this happens right here. And then again, they could be bluffing.
Need a big stop for the Mavericks here. We could end this game right here. One way or the other, it will end.
Yes,
You can punt the ball in the field goal, right? There is the old
the drop kick.
the drop kick in. So there is that option as well. So.
Yeah.
No one ever uses that. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, I saw it a couple years ago in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
The last one I can remember is Doug Flutie.
I don't know why you don't do it. I think it's more accurate.
If you can do it. I mean, if you
if I
can
did
do
it,
it.
I'd get knocked over real fast.
So here
we go. One stop
Here we
here
go.
for the
They're going
Mavericks
for
to
it.
win. Watch for that Stevens combo. Oh, they're going to call another timeout there. Saw what the Mavericks had lined up on defense and probably reconsidered what they were going to do. How many people do you put on the line in that scenario?
To me, it's not necessarily playing on the line. I mean, I think you at least have to go 5 for sure. But the thing about it is, you have to go man to man on the corners. In the boundary, which would be towards Elizabethton sideline, you have to play inside out. To AC sideline, those corners have to be ready for that fade jump ball in the corner. I've said it all night.
We've seen it. We've
They-
seen it
they
20
throw
times
it.
tonight. Yeah.
And he very well could have just seen what they were going to line up in and run it. It'd be like I said, it'd be interesting. I mean, Dallas has said it. Why not run it? But why not throw that fade ball? I mean, they throw it so good.
I mean, it was a good fade ball. They just picked it.
I don't know. I tell you what, if they do come back, if they win this ball game after that call, Sean Witten, man, I tell you what,
A grinder.
dude, I'm telling you, I don't know if I agree with that.
A big stop here,
Here we
for the
go.
Mavericks, hopefully. Let's look at how they line up.
Right here's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Straight dive,
Oh, stop.
did not get
Stopped.
it. Forward progress is stopped. That is your ball game.
Mavericks win
Hold
the
on
ball.
to win.
Well, let's see if there were any flags. Mavericks win the
That
ball
is your
game,
ball game.
35-34. What a game, guys! I
Yes.
mean, this has truly been exciting.
What a
Look
ball
at those Norris Senators, those little guys coming out there on the field. Glad to see them celebrate and experience this. Big fireworks happening over there. Great to see it as well. Man, what a game!
Yes,
what a
sir.
game!
Yes, sir. Like I said earlier, though, I'd rather see games like this and like we seen last night on Thursday night with West and Alcoa.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
These are the type of games you want to see. And hey, congratulations on a well-fought game for Elizabethton.
Yeah.
And those kids and that coaching staff. Safe travels to them going back up there.
I don't think their record reflects
Oh, no,
how
no,
good
no.
of a football team
no.
they actually
I
are.
tell you right now, whoever plays this team in the first round of the playoffs, because this
They're
team,
gonna give them a
I'm going
run.
to tell you something. They're going to upset somebody big.
I mean, they could. They could be playing each other again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They very well could be playing each other in that second, third round. I just hope it's not us. I'm hoping it's Greenville. Because I'm going to tell you something. Whatever they found offensively, I'm telling you, it works.
Well, they put up more. They put up 34 points in this ball game. They put up 47 in the last ball game against Granger County. They figured out something, obviously. Seeing that Stevens combo come in here late with those runs, those successful runs over and over, that's been huge for the Cyclones there. So best of luck to them.
Absolutely.
Great sportsmanship going on right here. Usually in a top football game, it's very heated, very snarky. but it appears as though, it's a good competition. That shows the coaching staffs on both sides have really taken care of their players and taught them the correct way to be a sportsman in this ball game today. So who do you say is player of the game, Dallas?
My pick's Tate Russell.
Tate Russell. He's had a
Yeah.
great night.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tate Russell as well.
Yeah, I cannot disagree. That combination tonight, we were looking at Bryson Val. We were looking at the different receivers there, with Tate Russell being that third in line for his successfulness this season. But, man, he really stepped it up tonight, and I think that's great. If you see the guy down there with the white camera lens, that's the ACTV photographer, Chris Chambers. He takes our pictures for us that we use on our station as well as on social media for Anderson County Schools. We're very thankful to him. But great ball game tonight,
Absolutely.
guys. And I appreciate you coming in here, Adam.
Yes,
Last
sir.
minute, it's been great. I'm going to have to get you on payroll, around here. So we're going to have to pay you. I've still not paid Dallas yet. But we appreciate Dallas as well coming in here tonight. This is my first game on the call. I'm usually back in the control room, so we appreciate Will being back there for us tonight. I think this is maybe Will's been with us a while, but he's been a workhorse for us here, especially in the last 9 months that he's been with us, and we're appreciative that we have him here with us too. So we're going to end this broadcast up tonight for Adam, for Dallas, and myself, Ryan Sutton. I appreciate you tuning in to ACTV Sports, and catch us on our next game that we have this season with the Mavericks. Later on in October, we will be covering the Bearden at Anderson County High School game.
That's going to be another good one, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Bearden's a pretty strong team this year. Late in the season,
Yep.
We'll see how all the teams have evolved. It'll be live on AndersonCounty.tv as well on all the Facebooks for the schools, as well as on YouTube and Twitter as well. So we broadcast in a lot of places. We want to meet all the viewers where they can watch it in the best possible fashion. But thanks for tuning in with us on this late night at 10:30, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.